Hey, yo. What is up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Early YouTubians and VOD viewers, thank you for being here. Like the stream. It helps out a lot. Sorry for being a little bit exclamation point late. I'm gonna go ahead and ping the Discord real fast. Hope you're well. We had an OTA today. That's exciting. What's up, Aaron? What's up, Houston? Houston? Kind of like Eustace from Courage the Cowardly Dog. Aaron, you missed me. I'm glad I'm here too. Ronan, early Thursday. Let's go. The gayest gay unicorn. Let's go. It's pretty impressive to be the gayest gay unicorn. Hats off to you. That's awesome. I love that. Not an easy feat. Triple M is really good in Ronan deaths, especially with Mordo and Iceman. I feel like Mobius is just bad. Maybe because my Havoc deck popped off a little bit. Maybe I can try it. It kind of popped off and then the OTA hit and then it kind of like flatlined a bit. But I'm still really proud of that deck yesterday. That deck was awesome, man. Can't believe they killed X. Oh, X isn't dead. He's just sorely hurt. It's not as easy to auto-clue in a lot of those Thanos. Like, it's pretty hard to play with Thanos now. 2 points is a lot. I was hoping they would adjust Miss Marvel instead. What are you gonna do? I love the Ronan buff. I think the Ronan buff is. I think that card's nasty, dude. You gonna start with a whole extra card in your opponent's hand now? It does make the mystique in it, just kind of whatever. You need to be smarter with Professor X. Yeah, I was hoping that Miss Marvel would get some kind of adjustment to like either the amount that she gave power or like make the restriction harder. Oh, dude, the Maximus buff is crazy. Dude, Maximus is going to be everywhere, man. 2/6 is no freaking joke. Remember when Martyr was like shown as a 2/6 and everyone was losing their minds? Like the card's going to be crazy. Also, I am going to run Martyr in the deck. So I kind of have a funky idea here. I'll show you the deck. Kind of a funky idea for this. Like, I kind of just wanted to add a lot of high power 2 costs. Or like high power cards. So you have like Nebula, Martyr, Medusa. Medusa might change to Lizard or Scorp. I kind of wanted a proactive 2-drop. I couldn't really decide what I wanted. Scorpion was a consideration. I think Mordo's trash. I think Mordo is trash even in Ronan decks, personally. Scorpion seems good. I'm a big Scorpion believer. I know a lot of people aren't, but again, we have Shadow King in the deck, so I think I'm going to try not to run as much Lizard Shadow King. No Sean? No, I don't think we need Sean in this deck. You could run a version with Sean. You could cut like Medusa Cosmo for like Sean Zabu if you want, but I don't think you need Sean. Silk's interesting, but I don't know. Silk is... I'd rather have Lizard than Silk, Martyr plus Marvel. That's kind of interesting, actually. I didn't really consider that. Maybe I'll have to adjust the Martyr. That's a really good point. Thank you for making that. I didn't think about the fact that Martyr could jump to the Nebula lane. We only have Nebula. If we play Nebula middle, it actually shouldn't be a problem. I changed my mind. I think it's fine. Black Widow, anti-synergy with Ronan. Black Widow stops your opponent from drawing. The Martyr might just be bait. Don't get me wrong, but I think as a 1/5, Martyr's a pretty impressive card. Getting 5 stats for 1, even if it can move, I think makes the card very, very strong. Black Widow is a final turn play with Ronan. That sounds terrible. You're playing a 3/3 to get +2 on your Ronan? That sounds awful. Why don't you just run Polaris? Plus, if you're playing Black Widow to hold in your hand for turn 6, you're a maniac. Martyr Prof X. Yeah, that could be good. Ton of Wong players right now? Maybe in your meta. It's very, very unlikely in mine. Plus, we gotta use this Chibi Ronan variant. This variant is amazing. Back on Hitmonkey Bounce. With Havoc. Havoc good? Or is Havoc just a turn 4 play? Or a turn 6 play, get wrecked? Because wouldn't Havoc on like 5 kind of make your Hitmonkey a lot worse? I think if you're just playing Havoc to play it on the final turn. Turn 6 or 5. But if you play it on 5, aren't you hurting Hitmonkey quite a bit? I guess you could still just... I don't know. I don't know if I like that. But if it's working for you, hell yeah. I think you just put Maximus in instead, right? Fast value. Interesting. Oh, I actually really I changed my mind. I really like that, correct? With the Bast, that makes a lot of sense. I never thought about any Bast Havoc, but Bast Havoc sounds kind of disgusting, right? You're gonna play it as a 2/7. That's actually a really cool idea. I didn't thought of. Baron Mordo sucks. I don't think Baron Mordo's even good in Ronan anymore. You don't know if Martyr's a move? We're gonna find out. I don't know. I'm interested in trying this card as a 1/5. I haven't touched it since it first came out. I think this is kind of just an overwhelm with giant stats kind of deck, and I think Martyr fits in with that pretty well. Do you need Mold? You could replace it with Mordo, but it makes the deck a lot worse. Mold is really good in Ronan. Adding 2 cards for 2 is really good. Trying a Dino engine? I've done Dino Ronan before. It's probably still really good. You run like Ronan, Iron Lad, Dinosaur, Mystique.
This is what we got. Everybody's a big fan.
Ronan Dino is good, but we're just doing a more very full-on Ronan deck. Maximal Dan Hip, I might want to switch it with this one because I think this one's also insane. Actually, I'm going to swap with this one. I'm sorry. I know you just said that you like the Maximal Dan Hip, but I'm going to change it because I just remembered that I have this one, which I think is arguably kind of cooler. This is kind of crazy. The Jacinto kind of goes nuts. I don't think I've run a deck with this card yet. Yeah, this variant goes kind of wild. Do I have any new Maximuses? I do have several new Maximuses. I still kind of like the very, very realistic one though. Place Pixel Shadow King as a joke. Prime subs do not reactivate on their own, no. You have to reactivate your Prime subs, which is a good thing, because if you're on Twitch right now, you might have a Prime sub, and you didn't even realize you have a Prime sub. If you click the subscribe button, you can see if you have a free Prime sub. You can use it on me, or your favorite Marvel Snap streamer. I always ask that you use it on a Marvel Snap streamer, because I like to grow the community, if you're not going to use it on me, but you can also do whatever you want. Pixel Shadow King is kind of cool. I would love this avatar. This would be a great avatar. Plus this little pixel scary guy in the background. Look at him. Little guy. You do agree almost any non-Bass bounce deck, especially Wolf, should run Maximus. Yeah, this card's crazy as a 2/6, dude. This card is gonna be a problem. Like, I'm almost thinking in like the deck that I played yesterday, that Havoc deck, trying to fit, like, maybe swap it for Ravona, honestly. Oh, you can't swap it for Ravona. Ravona's so good in it. Like, maybe you swap it for Nebula in this deck and just play 2 2/6s. It's freaking crazy, dude. Like maybe swap Nebula for Maximus in this deck now. The Black Widow really does hurt the deck a bit because like having an extra thing to target with the Black Widow is great. Or having an extra thing to target with the Ravonna is great. But adding 2 power and going up 1 cost is usually not that bad. It was really weird. I saw some people saying the Viper isn't that bad of a nerf, but Black Widow is. And the only reason that makes sense is for bounce decks. Like bounce decks really liked 2-1 Black Widow. But going up 2 power to get 1 energy is way different than going up 1 power and going 1 energy. Like 1 power, 1 energy is almost always a very solid nerf. That's why Beast is still good. Like Beast was a 2-2, went to a 3-4. Still very solid. Still found a lot of use. 2-3 to 3-4 is really hard, man. This is going to be a really hard card to play. Now there is an argument that like with Selene coming, that maybe they were really scared that Annihilus is going to get pretty disgusting.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
Well, I mean, the big thing with Beast that was really cool is you could play like a 2-drop and then a 1-drop and Beast on 3, which was kind of nasty before. Like, 2 power to make up for 1 energy is usually not bad at all. Yo, thank you so much for the subs already. Let's go. B Neowawas. A gallon of PCP 69 nice, one of the funniest names I've ever seen on Twitch. BW Sky Nobi and Rainbow Pit. That's a long-time supporters. I appreciate y'all so much. It's gonna be so exciting when we start getting like year-long subs and stuff. They mentioned, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not read the descriptions for the nerfs and buffs. They were also scared of Selene Widow on 3. Wow, that's actually a great point. That would be a really good play. I did not grab my drink. I need to grab my drink. I'll be right back. You gotta promise you won't leave though. I'll be really fast. Hi, me. Time. You already left? What the heck? Get wrecked? I literally specifically asked you not to leave. World change didn't hurt your deck at all because you pretty often save it for a crazy turn 6 play anyway. I mean, isn't saving Wolf for a turn 6 play and having it cost 1 whole additional energy, which stops you from bouncing at 1 additional time, really bad? Or am I wrong? It sounds like in that case, it's actually worse than often. This is really good value, by the way. I'm pretty sure, right? This is insane value. Their small bundles have been pretty good recently. I'll probably buy this later. Yo, Antlier, thank you for the biddies. Thank you, thank you. Nakajiv, Zabu, and Sarah. I mean, sure. Using your Spider Lane Clog deck and single energy screwed you so much. Yeah, Viper's no joke. Interesting though. I mean, Viper's a pretty feels bad card. It probably will still find somewhat of a home as a 3-4, but it's gonna be rough. I think we're gonna run the deck as is. I don't want to make any other changes. Medusa is probably the biggest flex spot. Obviously, Martyr might be absolutely be cope. I'm not gonna pretend like that's not true. So Martyr might be hard cope, but I think at a 1-5, Martyr is a lot better than people think immediately. Unless you run into Killmonger and then you cry. Four Wolf is hard to. Yeah, I think 4/4 Wolf is gonna be rough, man. But the card needed to be tuned down, so I think it was probably the right call to make. Play some dang Marvel set. Martyr on 1 pod. Plus, when we start playing Martyr, no one will have any idea what we're doing, which is kind of cool. The Shadow King, we might not be playing much. Altar of Death is really bad as a Miss Marvel deck. But we'll just have to take down a nose. I don't know if I hold the Shadow King or not. I don't think I need just 2 power. We'll hold it. No reason to freak out just yet. Get crystal. Hopefully move towards our Ronan. Peace is running Mobius, but we don't have any energy cheats, so we're happy. I think Iron Lad here is the play. Potentially even Snap Iron Lad. They played this card, which does nothing for them. Yeah, losing Professor in C3. It's not many C3 decks are running it, but would have much rather made Werewolf at 3/2 instead of increasing his cost. Yeah, the card would still be just like almost just as good. I think 4/4 makes it settle into like specific decks and not just be like this super easy thing. I'm gonna snap. I mean, there's several bad hits with Iron Lad, but if it hits Ronan, we just win on the spot. Or just give our opponents cards as a joke. We can just fill right and give Martyr nowhere to move. Problem is they might have more power to play left, where it's going to make Monster Metropolis hard to win. Ooh, got Ronan gamers. They have Prio? They do. I was going to say we can maybe stop their stuff that adds stuff to our hand, but I don't think that's going to be possible. If we ever get ahead left, we can't, but it's most likely going to come to a total power game unless they have Doom. Which these decks sometimes would run. Probably a retreat, right? We're down by 5. We can do 9 power this turn, but that's gonna end. We'll retreat. Bad snap on the Iron Lad. Probably shouldn't have done it, but here we are. It's here and it's now. There's one downside to Iron Lad. Yeah, there's an argument that Iron Lad isn't good in the deck. That's also a bad game for us to be snapping anyway. Like, we have 2 middle cards in Medusa and in Miss Marvel. What's up, Pop Drew? Let's go indeed. Bryce, welcome in. Would Thanos Wolf be a brew? I think Thanos Wolf is hard because you flood too much, but it'll be fine. Scared to open your mystery variants? Just simply, if it was me, I would simply not be scared. I haven't given many thoughts on the OTA. I think it's fine. What a placement, by the way. Why Medusa? She's a 2/4. Is pretty good. I wonder if we just land this Cosmo. Stops our Mystique. Yeah, trying to do now, Marty, peace. Can't draw the Ronan, man. Renslayer Havoc. Havoc is going to be 12 power, but we can Shadow King on the final turn. Actually, not that concerned here.
I am Iron Man.
He's Iron Man, in case you haven't noticed. Can we ever beat Iron Man? I didn't realize we had a full hand. Oh, we'll try. Yeah, 28's gonna be enough. Jeez. Probably shouldn't have stayed there. Feeling Onslaught? Ronan with Onslaught is kind of interesting, but could have been. Yeah, Profix Ravona is going to be interesting. We'll see how consistent you can get it. Not throwing 6 drops in a Havoc deck. Very true. Alright, we have a Ronan. This Professor X piece. Even if our opponent plays 2 cards, then they don't even get a draw. We're only giving them 1 draw. Mobius is going to see a lot more play? I doubt that. I do have the Cosmo if they're a Wong deck, which is nice. I don't even really care to draw. I'm fine to let my opponent draw here. We just Cosmo the lane. Victory. Martyr and Cerebro 5? Yeah. Martyr probably fits just fine in Cerebro 5. Finally have a 1-drop. Prevent turn 4 Professor X. I don't think running a 3/3 to beat people who are playing Ravona into Professor X is the best way to counter it. And if so, I don't think that's the reason that it might see any more play. People will probably test it though, but 3/3s are hard to play, man. The urge to play Ronan on curve is so strong. I don't think it's correct most of the time though. This is why we play Medusa, by the way. It's big power. I don't think they'll beat 11 power middle. This does hurt us if we draw Miss Marvel, but we probably don't have time to play Miss Marvel anyway, right? We want to go Ronan, Mystique, Cosmo, or something like that. We're very ahead. Jeez. Victory. Can't think of a single good 3/3. I mean, Cosmo's good. Like, Cosmo fits himself in the meta, right? He has fallen off quite a bit, but Cosmo has been at many points in Marvel Snap a very important tech card. Depends on your what do you say about good though. People were yelling about nerfing Cosmo for a very long time. I don't know if I don't know how long you've been playing it, Rex, but people used to scream about nerfing Cosmo. Punisher might be a good 3/3. No joke. 1/5 Professor X. I mean, if people are negativing you, and they're probably going to win anyway, right? The whole point of negative is that you hit your line not that often. Oh yeah, Werewolf's a pretty strong 3/3. That's a pretty good point. Their hand's almost full. I think we can just Maximus. We want to hold the Maximus. We want to hold the Maximus for final turn. I think we do want to Shadow King this turn though. I don't have my Maximus, please. Or my Ronan. I wanted to Shadow King and Sentinel, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, as they say. Just go ahead and reset the Nebula. Reset's ours too.
Oh, sure, everybody's a Binks fan.
Alright, I'm happy I didn't play middle there. When negative was 4/4, negative was kind of crazy, man. What's up, Atonley? You can say hi on YouTube. I see your chats. Nah, Alpha, that was much after everyone was out of pool 3. Martyr's also kind of nice to be able to be like Mystique Maximus Martyr or something on the final turn. Like, we might be able to burst more than our opponent on the last turn. They went with the Miss Marvel left line? Very interesting. I like this a lot. Gotta dodge Eliath. They can only play Eliath on one lane. And we win if they just play Eliath in one lane. Because we were winning all 3. Wait, if they go Eliath right, we will lose, right? Now, if they go Eliath right, we lose because of the Martyr. Maybe we should have adjusted our play based on Eliath. Hopefully they play at middle. Play at middle, we should be fine. Because this only gets us 18. Ah, they got us. No, they... I think our Mystique is bigger with the Maximus. It's not by 1! Damn it, chat. You get to see the thing. Alright, well, Martyr gave us our first loss already. Now, is that an argument that the card is bad? I'm not sure yet. Probably could have played that better. Ooh. We'll see. If we get a second Martyr move loss, we'll probably cut her. Ours is a perfect card. We enjoy losing. I think it's a 1-5. She's a lot better than you think. But 4 games isn't going to show that. Martyr's also a bad Iron Lad hit. It's very close. Very true. Resisting the urge to play Maximus on 2 is tough. This is another reason why I added Medusa in the deck, is because like Maximus and Shadow King, we both don't want to play on 2. Might have to play it on 3 though. So I don't know why they made Martyr, because it's an interesting card. Iron Lad might be cope in this deck too. The Iron Lad is looking pretty weak. Lad, Martyr, Medusa, all potential things we want to change. We're gonna fight for left. Our opponent sure isn't. Sorry. Give me Mold, Martyr, Mystique, Cosmo Crystal. Mystique, perfect. Alright, dude. Literally chill out. Play our big old Ronan. Mystique could land. Be great. This keeps us Marvel if it lands. Maximus is fine. Probably gonna have to fight for left. That turns off our Miss Marvel if it drops. A great hit. All left. It was good. Shadow King also seems a little bit off. There's not many turns we can play Shadow King. Sarah seems decent as you go Ronan Mystique. I mean, if you're playing Sarah into Ronan Mystique, that doesn't seem like a very powerful play, right? But you could just play Ronan, then Mystique, and then another 3 cost, or like Maximus instead of that line. I don't think Sarah works. Writing 4 cards to hand. This is going to be like 14. They have to do something here. Just Shang-Chi middle doesn't win, so I don't know. Shang-Chi just ties, right? Chat. It's a grilled cheese.
Victory.
I'd rather get Martyr or Havoc from an X-Mansion. Would Havoc trigger the turn that X-Mansion drops it? If Havoc triggered on 4 when it came out of X-Mansion, depending on the deck, I'd probably be okay with that. Martyr's fine to get pulled out of X-Mansion, though. Yeah, people don't do Shang-Chi math very well, is the thing. Exactly, Chocolate Rain. Grilled cheese askew. What does Martyr do for the deck? Give us 5 power for 1 energy. Maybe adding Gladiator? Why? What's the best Series 3 deck to get to Infinite? I don't know, man. They got a Mystique or a Crystal. Mystique or a Crystal. Mystique would probably be pretty bad for them.
I am Ego, and this is my domain.
Let's go! Our opponent's a gamer! No, my son. No, don't turn off Ego. Don't play the Hawk, Ego. Ego, you don't want to do this to yourself. There we go. We're giving them more options to not play the Hawk. Don't play the Hawk. Nice Coulson. All right. Just Mystique nothing. Pretty good turn 6 or turn 5. All right, Ronan right. Ronan right, Ego, you can do it. Ronan right. That's also really good, right? Doesn't win left. The Martyr could also jump. Don't die, my queen. Hey! GG's, Bane. Thank you for being a gamer.
Victory.
Thank you for being a gamer, my friend. Forrest Jace, 9 minutes ago. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate you. Love when our opponent's a gamer. Ego never fails, Vinx. Ego fails me sometimes, but I don't blame Ego for it. Top 1000, by the way. It's so nice being right around the top 1000 bubble because we get to celebrate getting to the top 1000 like 6 times a stream. It's like my favorite place to be. Very close to Martyr moving again? No, because if Martyr moved... I guess Martyr could have moved mid, huh? But it wasn't, which is what we said. If Martyr moves again and loses us the game, then we'll cut her. Okay, don't have to be worried about Viper on 2 anymore, which is kind of cool. Kind of want to pull the Nebula right now. Because they're going to like jam up this location. I'd rather have a Nebula there. Now it does cut off my Miss Marvel, which I should have thought of, and I simply didn't. You know, that'll happen. Happens to the best of us. Want to sign your Pokemon card? Sure. Lucas. The Cage Varietal. Go Martyr, right? We'll prep for Sentry. That is an insane play. Sludgebond Martyr, it is a 1 energy card that gives us 5 power. We still have to play right to not lose. Which is good for us, and likely bad for our opponent. I have Shong though. How do I beat Shong? I can play Captain Marvel and Martyr as a joke. To beat Sean left, I would have to play Maximus Iron Lad left. I think I'm willing to do so. Okay, Maximus is 50-50 for Mystique. A 50-50 for Mystique, but a 50-50 for Cosmo as well. I don't know which one to play first. It's really interesting, right? Now, they could just go middle and win. But what card could they beat middle with? I think they go Sean left, small card right, and they think that they win, but then we laugh and we laugh and we laugh. You genius, chat? Andy got Cosmo? You stupid piece. Thanks, brains. Actually, wait. I just realized if this hit, if this hit Mystique, it would die. So maybe I shouldn't have done, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I guess it's just a 50-50. Because if it would have hit the Mystique, it would have died, right? Because this Maximus would have triggered, and then they both would have died, and we would have been sad. Oops. Well, never punished, as they say. I went tiebreaker? No, they would just win right and left. Because I would just have 6, they would have 6, these would tie at 9, and then they would just win left and right. Wouldn't go to tiebreaker. I planned it all, yeah. That's such a weird combination of cards to be coming out. I guess I should have played... No. What I should have done is played... I should have played the Maximus first. Then if it hit Mystique, it would try and copy the Ronan and not work, and then we still beat the play. So smart and lucky, so true. It wouldn't go to a tiebreaker. I don't know why people think it would go to a tiebreaker. It wouldn't go to a tiebreaker, we'd have lost. Roadwolf, it's whichever one plays first. So whoever gets played first, if I played Captain Marvel and Martyr, the first one would check if they could win the game. They'd do that if so. Then the second one checks so they can lose the game. They do that if so. Very linear logic that they use. Gotta stop the one to play Maximus on 2, even though he's a 2 cost now. Nebula. Okay. Okay, Crystal middle. Probably Miss Marvel middle after that. You know the card that moves only to tie the game? He's so weird. I think both Captain Marvel and Martyr will go for ties, if I'm not mistaken. Interesting. Yeah.
Opponent snapped.
Stick it up. Well, I'm pretty sure Captain Marvel moves the tie. Martyr mode. Oh, it will? So interesting. I wonder what the rationale behind that is. How do they only have 3 cards left in their deck? Okay. What are you doing here? We're gonna play like Doom? Doom or Sean, I guess. Wait, they can't Sean. Right? Because they play cards, this gets under. Seek Max Martyr makes most sense, yeah. I think we abandon here. Weird as that looks. Sean Wright. Wasn't expecting that. I guess that's the safer Sean. I just wasn't thinking about it. Why can't they Sean left? Because they play cards. This goes under 9. Now, I am playing Maximus, so we'll go back up, but they don't know that, right? Let's adjust the deck. Get rid of the Martyr Cope. I don't like the Shadow King. Let's be more proactive on 2. Let's fit Scorpion in here. 3 proactive 2-drops now. I don't like the Iron. The Iron Lad has felt like a nothing burger. Maybe throw like a top end Doom. What a top end leader.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
Top end leader is interesting. Rare Morto's bad. Sarah's bad. I would do top end leader or Doom. Leader combats with Miss Marvel. Lammy says it's not that big of a deal. I tend to trust him. Because usually you're leadering a big card. GG's real meme. Iceman's interesting. Iceman leader? Absman is not terrible. I would argue it's not good, though. That's the thing. I'm gonna try leader and Iceman. Crystal's already in the deck. Is Crystal even good? Yep. Gets us to our good cards, keeps our opponent's hand full. Dual purpose card. I would argue it's quite good. Odin affects leader. Stark Tower's not going to land left. A non-Thanos deck running a Koye? Let him cook. Pass or max? Stark Tower's going to go somewhere else. Shaw Surfer? That's a good point.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
They're trying to play Blob. Do we blob them back? Counter Blob? Counter Blob. Ours is almost as big as theirs. Look at that. If we were second, we would get their full power one and then do it. Could have Task. As you can see, right? They have Task in the deck. This might be Task. Look at that. The leader tech already coming in very clutch.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
Problem might be they have Zola. They run Zola and Blob in their deck. It's a bit scary.
Banned from chat, bro.
What?
Banned from chat.
Ban my girlfriend in chat.
Rude. Just because I was harassing him doesn't mean they have to be banned, okay? Pretty messed up.
This does not look like it. This looks like it's 10 because of the little crystal on it.
Did you ban? You banned me?
What? I didn't ban you, no. It says it was Binks Plays. He's lying. It's probably him. What?
Cut off one head, two more shall take its place.
Yeah, we couldn't really play around the Zola. It's tough.
The dog has right. Hi chat. Hi Kazuma.
It was either Task or the Zola. Maybe once we saw that come down, we should have expected it. Wow.
I just found out it was wrong. Classy doctor, I went 2 minutes. San Diego, who told me that I needed a nose job because it was ugly.
It's messed up, dude.
Yeah. Took the allergist 2 seconds. She said, breathe in. And I breathed in. She goes, yeah, your nose is fucked up. And I was like, I know. Thank you.
What if she just is in cahoots with the... What if she's just in cahoots with the person who does the stuff?
I don't care. She's like, yeah, you have like an anatomical issue and that's why you can't breathe. And I was like, thanks. Fix it. I want to be able to breathe, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it took her 2 seconds. And I took the other doctor. Never. Couldn't figure it out.
Yes, Chocolate Rain. That was her who said, notice me, senpai. Which I guess if you're not expecting it to be my partner,
And then I was screaming, "Love me," calling you a bitch.
She does do that sometimes.
Yeah. Well, he told me to message him in chat. I was leaving the doctor, and I did, and then I got banned for it. That's pretty messed up, man.
It's pretty messed up.
Pretty
Man.
messed up. Even though it agrees. Oh, she doesn't
Oh,
agree.
good snorts.
She's so good at snoring.
Yeah, you're only timed up for 600 seconds, but she just said, you know, she just
My
says stuff.
feeling about her.
She'll just hate
You
you
even
forever,
notice
Chocolate
me?
Rain.
I'm too mid. Giving is overrated.
True. True and based. You a jealous boy?
That's how I end up here.
Now you're being all grumpy.
You literally wanted me. Why are you being such
He
a...
wants his
He wants his chips. He doesn't want his mom. No one
very
loves
mad
me
about
today.
very mad about losing his chips.
No one loves me today.
I doubt they have Sean here, right? We should be fine with just this. I guess they could burst middle pretty hard.
Notice you, Red Jack.
We have to play the Maximus left to get the Miss Marvel off. This shut off our Miss Marvel left, but it's kind of like the only thing we can do, right? What other plays might we have? We can't Miss Marvel right because of Goose. I'm scared. We could do this. This might just be better, huh? Fights for all three lanes. Seems good. Good, thank you. Love you. I actually, yeah, if you could fill my bottle of water with ice water, that'd be great. What the... Oh, it looks like they got me here. They're gonna get ahead by like 2 points middle. This bishop actually came in so clutch. 1 point right, man. Rough game. Jeez. Yeah, let me make her a VIP. You guys know who she is. Don't tell her she wasn't a VIP before this, by the way. How's your Ronan feeling? This deck has felt weird. I think that I'm trying a weird version of it. The Maximus is like, it's nice. But it's hard to take advantage of it in this deck because in Ronan, you very often wanted to play Ronan Mystique Maximus. And not like you kind of want to play a one drop with it too, but it just feels funky. Why'd you get banned? Because Chocolate Rain hates women. Sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I'm sorry. It's not true, probably. Yeah, do you think they're a blob deck?
Opponent snapped.
Order, by the way. I mean, I don't know why I did that. I thought they could Professor X, which was wrong. I really want to be able to stop their blob with a Cosmo. They're gonna try and play blob this turn. No Cosmo, man. Edge. Play blob right. I might play blob left, I'm not sure.
Such is my judgment.
Oh, they have priority. Wait. Oh, it doesn't matter because the blob's going to be huge. And I have to win 2 lanes. It's not going to work.
Escaped.
Right, give me 1 second, chat. All right, it's actually ad time. So we're going to 3 minutes ads. If you don't want to see the ads, you can use a Twitch Prime subscription. You can pay $5. You can get lucky and get a gifted sub. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. Consider jumping over to Twitch to make sure you get your Twitch drops. Watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. We'll see you in 3 minutes. Thank you to Megacephalus, Rocky Combo, Mediated Castle, Maeve DiGirono, and Forest Jace for the subs. I appreciate you. Let's play some Doles, man. I have a whole list of them today, chat. I have a whole list of Doles. We'll start with Bandle, which is my favorite one. But I went on the Northern Line subreddit and I found all the new ones. Okay, 20 million views. Difficulty hard, released in 1945. This is the baseline. No idea yet. Skip. Run that one back. Okay. Yep. $1945, 20 million YouTube views. Hard. I still don't know it. We'll go to Harmony. I do not have it, chat, at all. We'll do the voice cover. I'm not even close. And the fire is so delightful. Since we know place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. That was really tough to get before the vocals came in. A bunch of people seem to have gotten a turn before. So it keeps thinking it's Lollipop. Very, very excited about it being Lollipop. It's not Lollipop. All right, we'll do, let's do one of the new ones. Okay, so one of the new ones that we have is... sure the browser is correct. Window capture properties. Tab. Okay. What is doing is connections. This is one that I really like that Northern plays. So we hit play. How to play connections. Find groups of 4 that share something in common. So there's going to be a bunch of groups of 4. And you have to connect them to make a connection between them. And then there's it's like a box. So we move the box around. Or we just click the 4 groups. So we have lead, hidden, hamper, myself, 1, iron, direct, silicone, iodine, uncanny, guide, dryer, washer. I'm going to go right off the bat. I'm going to go dryer, hamper, iron, washer. Okay. Oh, okay. We got one. Seen in a laundry room. Dryer, hamper, iron, washer. Okay. Direct, silicone, hidden, guide, uncanny, myself, 1, iodine, steer, lead, iota, death. I feel like they're trying to push you towards... I feel like they're trying to push me towards... sorry, I'll put the music back on, by the way. I'm hearing the intrusive thoughts. Not just you, it's me too. Yeah, silicon, direct, myself, 1. 1, myself, iota. Iodine? They all have like 1? What I might mean. There we go. That's not what I meant, but that'll work. Okay, silicone, uncanny, guide, hidden, death, direct, lead, steer. Lead, steer, guide, direct. All things to point you. Hidden, uncanny, silicone, death. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. But we did just perfect that, which is kind of ridiculous. Death Valley, Hidden Valley, Silicone Valley. Very cool. All right, this one's called Cost Codal. I think you entered the estimated price of a Costco product. 36 count toasty cheese. To me, that is an $11 Marty. Is it lower than $11? Does that mean $11 is too low? I'm not sure. Let's say this is a $14 Marty. Still too low. Let's say this is a... Wait. That must mean that we're too high, right? I can't imagine it's more than 4. We'll say $8 Marty. $7.99? Dude, that's a steal. That's a damn steal, chat. All right, let's get back to Marvel Snap. We got a whole list of those now, though. We'll keep adding to them. I like Costco. That one's really fun. You love those cheese cracker sandwiches? They're pretty good, man. Pretty good. Okay, Lehigh's a good location for us. Play Iceman and the Scorpion. What's a game you played the other day? It's Time Guesser. I have that. We'll do that in the next ad break. Don't worry.
Opponent snapped.
All right. Elysium games aren't great for Ronan, but I want to keep smash my head against this deck a little bit. Didn't even get a draw from that. What a fool! Didn't even get a draw from that. What a fool! Let's do this. We'll do it the opposite way in case we want a Mystique. I don't like that. What is Metazoa? What is that? Apparently the Loki matchup is pretty rough, but I guess we'll be the decider of that. They could probably burst hand pretty well. We probably just want to second Miss Marvel, right? Thank you for the Master Mold stuff. Thank you for hitting the worst card. Many a thanks. You and yours. Rouge! The heck, man?
But we got everybody's a Binks fan.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. I think we're just cooked, man. Can't play anything left and play leader. What a top deck, by the way. Leader and Maximus left and just hope they play nothing and play 3 total power and still lose because we lose the Miss Marvel buff. That's bad.
Escaped.
Loki's like our worst matchup. It is known. See what's the outside? We've got a few. We can do Elysium pretty well. I didn't have Loki on 3, it would probably be fine. I mean, it's really the Rouge top deck that kind of crushed us, but I guess we're happy that they got the Rouge early. So we had a chance to retreat, because if they had done that on the final turn, we probably were even more cooked. Loki managed to evade a nerf yet again. Yeah, it's kind of not that good of a deck there. Well, I mean, I'd say it's not that good of a deck, but it's much more in line than it used to be. Is Rouge worth playing over like Scorpion? I don't know. Rouge is an interesting choice. I don't like the idea. Four threes though. Yeah, actually I like Rouge quite a bit. Good suggestion. Thoughts on Korg Rockside to give the rocks to draw? It's like iffy. I've run Korg and Ronan decks in the past. I don't think it's that bad of an idea. It's also just not that good of an idea, if that makes sense. Thank you. If Medusa gets pulled left, I'm totally fine with that. If you're running Baron Mordo and Maximus, or if you're running like trying to run like double Maximus stuff, then like I used to run Moon Girl in these decks sometimes. Okay, no rouge for you. One says no rouge for you. Alright, dude. I kind of hate this, but this is what it is. It's gonna be a psycho. This needs to get filled first, but then it can pull stuff back and forth. This is weird, man. Let's just snap because this is confusing as shit to me, so it's probably the same for our opponent. So we get a pull left guaranteed, and then it's 50-50 who pulls right, I think. Both Great Webs grab the same cards. I don't think that's correct. Freaking liar. My face when I lie on the internet. This is rough, man. They always get a pull left, then 50-50. They have prio, so leader's kind of nice. I don't know. If they can fulfill right, I don't know, man. I simply don't know.
Doom rules all.
GG's. Easy wins.
Victory.
Why run Doctor Doom when you can just play your opponent's Doctor Doom, chat? It's just that simple. Great web games like that are crazy, man. Would Leech work in this? No, you want to play Ronan on 5. Yeah, if only we just added a rogue to the deck. So true. I'll play Nebula because it's going to get kind of filled. We can even get a forge if we get the leader. No. Falls is annoying, man. How long are you shooting today? I'll go to about 7. What about Black Widow? Black Widow stops our opponent from drawing. Ronan wants to draw our opponents to draw cards. It's anti-synergistic. Right, dude. I gotta do that to my girl Nebula. I don't want the Miss Marvel to die, man. We run. Yeah. Safe run here. Very safe run.
Escaped.
Very safe and chill run here. Would you play some Marvel? I wouldn't. I don't know though. This Marble's just like the best card in the game, kind of right now. Pretty hard to just want to swap her out. We get Nebula, we have to play our middle for Marvel reasons. Alright. I don't really want to give them Master Mold now, because it just kind of gives them stuff to play in a Quantum Tunnel for free. Just play the Medusa through. If you're gonna have her, you just buy her. Go ahead. Perfect timing, Nebula, as always. I don't have a great answer to your question. I'm sorry. I wish I did. They're gonna do Deadpool stuff. They'll do it right because they can't play it left. What the hell? Oh, it's Surfer. Leader's probably ineffective in this matchup. We'll hold the Maximus. Do you want to try solving one of my one drops to Echo or Spider-Man? Nope. I want to do that, I would have done it. Just go Ronan left. I'll go Maximus middle to try and scoop Mystique if we don't get her. We don't really have a place to play Mystique, which kind of sucks. I guess left to, this can get... This is really tough, man. They have Surfer, they get to 19. We had 2 to hand, they're gonna play 3. But if we play 2 cards, we're very likely to get Master... We're actually guaranteed to get Master Mold or Maximus if we play 2 cards middle. I actually think 2 cards middle is our best play. I don't think we're ever winning right with the Shaw. But if we get 2 cards middle, we're almost guaranteed to hit a second Maximus or Master Mold. I guess the second Maximus doesn't work. We're almost guaranteed to hit a Master Mold. It's like 1 in 4 that we miss Master Mold. If we get Master Mold and we put their hand back to 7, I don't think they get over top of us left. And then we have... We could add 7 middle? I don't know, man. I'm just gonna try it. They have the Surfer in hand? They do not. They get the Surfer out of the deck. They do not. I think this always wins? Pretty sure this always wins. I don't think there's any combination of 2 cards that can come out that would lose the game. It's Master Mold or Maximus, both of which win middle. Nice.
Victory.
Mystique plus Max in case I reroll Mystique. Interesting. Wondering if that was a better play. Mystique first, then Max. I kind of wanted to... Yeah, because we don't care about rerolling the Max that much. Yeah, it's a cool play. I should have done that. Because the deck, it's fine. We're still trying to figure out what the deck is. It's kind of weird because, like, you kind of want a secondary strategy to this Ronan game plan. But the cards you have to add to the deck don't really lend themselves too well to a secondary strategy. We could try Surfer Ronan again. I'm not sure if Surfer Ronan's the way. I'm just not positive about how the deck is there. Same argument for Medusa. Yeah, well, the reason that I put Maxim first, I was like, oh, if we redraw Maximus, then we get more cards in their hand. But then I figured out that they get plus, they only had 2 cards in their deck after that. So it was just a mistake on my part for that. If they play Darkhawk or Miss Marvel here, I want to have a chance to Rouge it. They'll probably beat our middle. We don't really have much of a choice in that. You can play Maximus next turn, though. Keep their hand full. A lot of disruption. I mean, like, kind of. Based. We might win middle here. Even if they have Darkhawk, it's a tie, which is nice. And if they win, it's not even that big of a deal, right? Because they just keep their hand full. I'm willing to snap on this, I think. I do want cards, like Master Mold and stuff, and Rouge should be really nice very often in a Zabu matchup, because they quite often have multiple... I guess if they have Korg Darkhawk, we can lose middle. Yeah, see, we want to get ahead here to get Rouge. To Rouge this Marvel. Of course we didn't get, because why would we? There's the Rouge. Yeah, I think we're going to be just fine here. Maximus Rouge to finish. Very strong. Or Mystique Rouge, sorry. Oh, I didn't even realize that Cosmo, they're Jessica Jones. That's awesome. Bounce could still be very good with Ronan. Maybe we'll try it out. Nice.
Victory.
Trying to snipe the Ronan middle, I think there. Kind of a cool idea from them, but I think they just kind of realized after we had won this that they were just in a lot of trouble. So you think we want to do bounce stuff with Ronan? What good bounce stuff can we play with Ronan? Like Master Mold playing multiple times doesn't really matter. Iceman's good, obviously. Scorpion would be good. Maximus, I guess, is good. But like Maximus isn't like I don't know. It's just like I don't feel like there's a lot of good bouncy stuff that you can play with Ronan. Like Korg, Rock Slide, but then you don't really want Darkhawk. Because you have Maximus, and Maximus is really good in the deck. More like Clog? What kind of Clog? Green Goblin is always good, but I don't... I could play the pig, but I would be a piece, that's true. I think trying to turn Ronan into a bounce deck isn't the play. I think you're just making a worse bounce deck by trying to add Ronan as opposed to trying to just highlight Ronan in a more specific deck to him. You have ideas for bouncing Korg, but like your Korg bouncing Korg with no Darkhawk, like is that really that impactful?
Always lucky.
Maybe Ronan's just still a bad deck. That might be true, Webhead. But we do be playing bad decks here. Kind of our shtick. Okay, we just let them keep... Oh, they stopped going for left.
Opponent snapped.
We tried Iron Lad already. It seemed kind of bad. Iron just has a lot of bad hits. Like Mold is a bad hit. Maximus isn't really a great hit. Mystique isn't a great hit. Lad just felt like it failed a lot. Storm Jug's interesting. Play like a Prio kind of lockdown Ronan show. That'd be interesting. Oh, we're cooked. I feel like we're insanely cooked here. We'll play the opponent.
Escaped.
Put Ronan with Darkhawk, Sarah, Surfer, Thanos. So true. Yeah, a Dino Ronan hybrid is a deck I've played in the past. I think it's quite fun. How do you say positive while playing? Because I really like this game. And I don't look at his losses as bad things. Talk about this a lot in just like my general theory as to like how you can enjoy gaming a lot more. One of the main things is like a lot of people have a really hard time. A lot of people have a really hard... Let's play the Maximus left, I guess. A lot of people have a really hard time winning at games because in most games where there's pretty good MMR system, you're winning and losing about half the time. It's very rare that you're winning over 60% of the time, right? So even if you're elite at a game, you're going like 60-40 on your good days, right? So if the 60% of the time that you're winning, you have a good time, but then you let the losses really get to you and you get very upset whenever you lose and you get mad at the game and you get mad at what your opponent's playing and you get mad at the toxic cards because you think it's unfair that they're playing these cards that you don't think that they should be able to play because you think that they're broken. So if you have that mindset, right? And you start, swap these for Mystique reasons. So if you have that mindset, which a lot of people have, where like losing is bad and winning is good, even if you're going 60-40, like 40% of those wins are getting cut by the 40% of losses. So like on average, 20% of the time, you're only having a good time while playing the game. And that's only if you're going 60-40. If you're going 50-50, you basically net zero and you're not even having fun at all, right? If you're winning and you're feeling good, you're losing and you feel bad, that just kind of like, it negates itself. What I say is you have to learn to love losing. You have to just be completely okay with losing and find interesting things about losing. Like you'll see when I lose sometimes, I'll be like, wow, great play by the opponent. That was really good. I didn't think of them to do that. That's cool. I'll have to change that next time. Or I'll look at it and be like, wow, I didn't really think to do that. That was a really cool idea by my opponent, right? So trying to like find appreciation for losing and be okay with losing is really important in my opinion. Because then you get much more closer to like 100% enjoyment rate. Now I still get mad about some losses, but usually the loss I get mad about is because I know I could have done better. So I'm more like upset at myself for not playing to the level where I think that I'm able to play. That's usually what I'm worried about. Let's just leader this turn. Oh, they probably play left. No, let's miss Marble. And Jin. Maybe leader next turn. Insanely rude to my opponent. I wanted that card. Why are you running Enchantress in your deck, you cheater? The only issue with that general attitude, which is great, is that you set yourself a goal, second season trying to get 90, and so when I fuck up and lose, I do get pissed, and once I reach my goal, I won't give a fuck. But I mean, my brother in Christ, you're the one who, you're the one who did that to yourself, right? Like you're explaining a situation where like you have total control over it, and you're choosing to be upset, right? Let's try the leader here. Not a bad card to pull from the leader. Is my Miss Marvel active, right? It is. Nothing I can rouge. I could play a total of 2 power this turn. Seems really bad. Get out of here. Dev get mad at leaders and locations and RNG sometimes.
Escape.
He says it's time to take a good break. I mean, that's fair. The RNG in this game can be very hard because it's something that's out of your control, right? Get mad at your losses because you second guess yourself what you originally should have done, which leads you to win instead of lose and feel bad. Interesting. Who wins if both people retreat later? It's a tie. That's why you should almost always do it. Very, very few situations that you should not hit retreat later. Continue not playing Maximus on 2. You'd think Cosmo top deck would go well, but we're down by 1. Nah, they must have Venom or something. Hope this is enough to get ahead so we can Cosmo next turn. Maybe it's not going to be enough to get ahead no matter where this lands. But maybe they do a setup turn with Venom. We can sneak a Cosmo in here. I think we still try for the Cosmo.
This is what we got. Everybody's
Yeah,
a Binks
Deadpool
fan.
Venom. Hopefully it's not Venom. Nice! Okay, Cosmo's very good here. Now, they can still get Skillmonger. But the Cosmo at least stops Venom, which is the most terrifying thing that they can do. I do lose Miss Marvel on there, but maybe we just go Miss Marvel right now for 10. How long has Ronan been a 5-5? Like 3 hours or something? Yeah, they do have the Skillmonger. Give me a big Deadpool, man. You have leader at least, though. What's even good is they play Deadpool right. We get the full-size Deadpool, but the problem is we can't win either of the other lanes. This ties? They don't play middle. I shouldn't go for this one, I'm going to. They played middle. You cheater. They had played that Noel left, I win. I think? Yeah, if they had played that Noel left, I win, right? Because I'm up. No, I'm only up 18. I would have still lost. Been cool, though. Don't talk about me, it's working. That's weird. Treat me... I like to be treated like a piece of meat. Then be a draw, 2 cards. We'll go Nebula right. OTA is mega spicy. It's pretty spicy. Pretty spicy. Hit my Ronan, you piece of garbage. 4 targets and you hit my damn Ronan, eh? I'm gonna Iceman you twice for that. And it's gonna land left so that my Miss Marvel can still land right. Peace.
This land is always changing.
Is it though? Is it always changing?
Oh, snap.
I don't know about all that. We just go Miss Marvel, Mystique, Ronan, all middle. I feel pretty good about our chances. Who's over Baron? Yeah, Baron sucks, man. A Galactus deck, eh? Baron is a very bad card. It's Shocker with a downside. And the downside only gives you +2 on your Ronan, which is pretty much the same as Mystique does, or Medusa does when we play her middle. Is this my Medusa? The punk? You don't get why they buff Maximus, not Baron or Master? Well, that's a really good question, Jens. I don't have a great answer for you. Okay, at least we get one Miss Marvel. The problem is now we can't Mystique it. Because the original one's dead. Actually very, very annoying. Ever want this wasp? Doesn't hurt, right? Could swap Jeff and Medusa. 15 power Ronan, it's pretty good. Or was a 2/4 that showed the drawn card? Yeah, Baron just does a 2/4 would be an interesting card that you would be interested in playing. I don't know why Baron hasn't been changed to a 2/4. It's a downside. Alright, chat time. I'm gonna time you out for 30 minutes. I literally just said stop talking about stuff like that. It's kind of weird. What you think about what you've done? Really cook with this deck? I don't know. I think if Ronan lands left, we're fine because they have to move a vision right to win. They have to like swap a Jeff and a vision. You can't really. You'd have to like Jeff left, vision right, do a bunch of weird shit. And Helios, huh? Yeah, wherever the Ronan lands, we win. Just a wasp is a joke. Just like a funny wasp, like a silly little wasp. Boom, boom. Getting tired of a Binks feels like getting scolded by a teacher. I try not to be weird. You know, I know people are like just trying to be funny and silly, but I also think there's like a level of decorum with like treating someone like a human that's important. It's not like saying like what they did was like overly bad, but when someone says like, "Hey, please don't do that," it's weird and it's making me uncomfortable, and then you continue to do it, then I think that's like a huge problem that's wrong with the world that a lot of people do. And again, I think it was very innocent, but we'll give them a half hour to think about what they've done. I mean, give Wolverine left. It's kind of nice. Up, Thallium.
Enough said, bub.
You're totally okay with losing when locations completely screw you? Just shake my head and move on? What about when locations completely just give you a win? Doesn't that feel kind of good? Really lucky Wolverine hit here. I'm in a weird spot here, though. Very hard for me to get anywhere right. I just have priority there. We're overcommitting a little bit. We have a Maximus that's going to come down eventually. Maximus is going to come down this turn, I think. Play our first Master Mold. I feel like this is snap-worthy. They need to do something extra to get over this Wolverine. There's Zabu. I guess they could have Miss Marvel, but we have Miss Marvel too, right? Snap. So many Ronans. People love when cards get buffed, man. The ratio of that happening for me is extremely rare. No, it's actually 50-50, Abe Froman. You just you just fall victim to a fallacy where you just probably fall victim to the fallacy where you think that it only happens X amount of times because those are the times that you remember. But it's probably very, very close to 50-50. Play the Dr. Octopus right. I guess we'll reset the Agent 13. Mold Medusa, I mean, like, what does doing more molds do? Like, more molds doesn't really help us much. I like just getting ahead more, right? We do want the Medusa, though. We can just play this next turn. We can even play this middle next turn if we want, I guess. I'll play this. Fine. I like getting ahead middle a little bit. And then, yeah, let's refresh the Agent 13. See if they take this. I wouldn't feel great if they did. They do not. Okay, huge. Still have to remember Jeff can move. It almost certainly will move at that, right? This is our best play. They can move Jeff. If they miss Marvel, then we should just win middle and right. Because the Miss Marvel buff won't land middle because of Sentinel Zabu. If they do Jeff Doom, we'd win 13. We'd win middle and with Jeff middle Doom, they add 8. They get to 14. We win middle and right. I think we bit just about everything. Every streamer's using Miss Marvel broken card. People who stream and play in the top 1000 generally play the cards that are one of the best cards in the game, yeah. Very astute observation, Meatball. You know it's a cognitive bias, but every time you play Danger Room, your card dies? It doesn't, though. It dies 25% of the time. People ask me why I can play into Danger Room so confidently, because it's just law of large numbers, man. Just play into it. I think that pushing into Danger Room early is very important. Unless it's like a key card that can't die, like a Zabu or like a Ravona or something like that. Iceman middle. Necron Infinite, Nebula Iceman, Jeff Mold, Maximus Mystique Storm Mobius, Miss Marvel Lad, Ronan Alive. Oh, it's like Lockdown Ronan. I saw a few people playing Lockdown Ronan type lists on ladder. Seems interesting. Perfect Iceman location, by the way. Colossus is very good for Danger Room. That's a good point. Well, that's the thing. I like being aggressive in a Danger Room because if you get ahead on Danger Room, then you force your opponent to play there. Like you want to be playing a Danger Room early as opposed to late is usually the best situation to be in. I shouldn't be snapping here, but most people just run when District X gets a snap. So I think Colossus should be a 4-6 or 5-9. Think it'd be better. It definitely wouldn't be played as a 4-6. Might get played as a 5-9. That's kind of an interesting idea. So many options on the final turn. Just play Khazar right, Ronan middle, then maybe just leader. Thank you for the cards. I mean, chat. You know what we're gonna do. Like it's not a question at this point. What's gonna happen? I have to do, I'm contractually obligated to do so. If I had a choice, I would maybe make a different choice, but I literally don't. So. My guess is they move the Jeff left and fight for middle, maybe? I could also just play left and we'd lose, but we have to. We're not allowed to not do this. Yeah, contract law is very confusing. We are actually forced to play the Galactus left, unfortunately. Master Mold's really hard to replace. You can try Baron Mordo, but it's very hard to recommend playing Ronan without Master Mold, even after the buff. Nebula's a very, very flexible card. I just play with Nebula in most decks because I think it's the best one drop in the game. It is the law, man. Opponent's thinking. Why would you move the Jeff there, you weirdo? With the Jeff and they lost a bunch of points for no reason. Damn it! Ah, man, you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Oh, weirdly sus. I do not think it was sus. The moving the Jeff, they probably just have never played Orca in their life. Would be my guess. If you want me to be honest with you, my read on that is they have never played Orca in their life, and they were reading the card. They're very confused. The Jeff moving is a terrible play, yeah. Literally just cost them 3 points right and 2 points left for no reason. Actually, cost them 3 points right and 3 points left because the Jeff. I mean, that's just love to see that. No snap on the opponent. Okay. I mean, well, as long as the Nexus stays around, we're fine, right? Right? You can also miss Marvel if they turn off the Nexus. I don't know, man. Play it out. That damn that long to do that is sus to you? Yeah, I think so. It's okay though. A wave! Oh, don't do it to me, dude. Are they gonna play fucking Galactus middle? I hope they play Galactus middle. I will happily lose to that. I will happily lose to Galactus middle. I'll do it with a smile on my damn face, chat. Jesus Christ, Toes. Magic. So not turning off the Nexus, huh? I really need my Cosmo, man. You like Jeff in this deck? Yeah, Jeff's probably fine. You can run Jeff for Medusa for sure, very easily. Scared of overcommitting left, but, you know, in Rome. Just don't be Shang-Chi, that would make me cry. Iron Man! More like Myron Man. Got him. Still lose to Sean here, by the way.
I am Iron Man.
Ooh, it's a big scary onslaught you got there. I completely forgot if there was a turn 7, by the way. In case you're wondering why I played the Cosmo right. That's your answer. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. It's almost like sensing Tribunal is way too easy. Tribunal Nexus is weird, right? Because Tribunal Nexus, like, I don't know how Tribunal Nexus works. It's very weird. I don't understand, actually. I think Tribunal Nexus just does nothing. It just is normal. To me, whenever Tribunal Nexus happens, it's just like the exact same as a regular Tribunal game, and the Nexus doesn't actually affect anything. I might be wrong, but that's what it feels like. Nice, we made him miss a draw there. Maybe just play the Crystal this turn and hope to get another 2-drop to play alongside this, or like an Iceman. They buff Roman today. 5-5 now. I wonder if like Ronan ramp would be any good. What do you guys think about Ronan ramp?
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
Oh, missile negative. One soul. Got the Jane Foster piece? Like that. You got the Jane Foster, you piece of crap? It's kind of nice because the Jane Foster only draws one card if they play it. I don't want to lead her this turn, but we should probably take our Mystique. We're never not going to have priority, but maybe they play a big card middle of this turn. We can Rouge. Thought we lead her off this lane and take their biggest card, which is hopefully like a flipped Iron Man. Losing this Marble and Mystique left. Good call. I don't really know how else I would do this though, but you're correct. That was a bad play. I don't really know where else the Mystique would land. Maybe we just swap these and just take the 2 left. Take the Mystique middle and be okay with it. It's probably what we should have done. Approach. For me, I would simply choose to chill. Swap these. Hopefully they play flipped Iron Man middle as their biggest card and we just get it. And we laugh and we laugh and we laugh. They are going to play their whole hand though, so it's going to make our Ronan small. I'm subscribed and have notifications on. Am I missing something? Why I don't get notifications when you're live? No, it's just like YouTube's kind of weird. If you go in the Discord, I don't know if you use Discord much. I usually post in the content feed channel whenever I go live, so that's another thing that you can try checking, but sometimes with notifications on, it still isn't grab. Big card middle. The Iron Man. Ah, that's not the right one. Ah.
Behold my mighty hand.
The big Super Scrollman. Why do they... What is going on? What the fuck is this deck? That was wild, man. Bum, bum, brum, bum. So yeah, crazy deck. Onslaught. Is that like negative tribunal or something? I don't know, man. We can land a crystal middle eventually. We're gonna charge up the biggest Medusa you've ever seen, chat. Medusa's gonna be so big for you. Sorry, I didn't like that either. Goose! Expertly sticking the crystal. Expertly, might I add. How can a surfer deck get middle, chat? Brood? Is the answer? It's not surfer though, isn't it? Does this not indicate surfer to you? Like Hitmonkey or something? The Angela's kind of weird. All the rest of the cards I definitely see playing in Surfer. What if they only play 2 power cards and I lead her and just win? Crystal play was dope, thank you. Did it myself. I just don't see how I ever win. If they have Brood, I just don't see how I ever win. I'm playing everything right. Almost everything right. You piece. Might still win though. This is the real. Oh, it is the real Mysterio. We lose right by 1 point. Are you kidding me? If I'd played the Iceman right, we would have won. Son of a bitch. The last second change in the Iceman cost us the game. Shame they nerfed Maximus. Do you think Maximus got nerfed? Are you under the impression that 2/6 Maximus is worse? Because it's not. It might be worse specifically in exactly Ronan Surfer. Outside of that, is absolutely not worse. It is a nerf to Cerebro 7. That's a good point. I try to ad touch this game. If you don't remind me, I'm going to blame you. Reminder. 2/6 Maximus might make Ronan bounce better. You don't want to bounce Maximus. Really. You kind of just want to play him at the end of the game. I think Professor X right, I guess? The Professor X right, if we draw Miss Marvel, will be fine. Vision. Hey, Ronan, right on time, literally. Usually I'd say that as a joke, but this time you actually were right on time. Invisible Woman is an interesting idea for the deck. To hide your like Maximus and molds and stuff. Not a bad choice. Even hide like Ronan. Rude. I believe, chat. Do you believe? This rogue would be 11, 14, 16. Problem is that the Ronan and the Mystique probably get smaller. Fine, we won't do it. We won't do the cool play. About this though. Don't really see how we win. Why rogue? It will copy blobs on reveal, be 14 power. This is so stupid. It's not even gonna win that lane. Oh my gosh, I gave him the DC buff, so I didn't even tie. I got casserole. I forgot about the DC buff. That's actually very funny. Ads, thank you. We're gonna run 3 minutes of ads. If you don't want to see the ads, you can pay $5. You can use the Twitch Prime subscription, or you can get lucky and get a gifted sub. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe, and consider watching on Twitch to get your drops. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure to follow. See you in 3 minutes. 5 freedom bucks. What's the breakdown of freedom bucks to non-freedom bucks? Okay, let's play some time guesser. Do the daily today. Okay, that's not really Egypt, right? This isn't Las Vegas, probably? New Giza? Is this actually the pyramids? Is this actually the pyramids of Giza? Are they playing squash? They're playing squash, right? Whatever the fuck this game is. Or wall ball or racquetball. Yo, Maeve DiGiorano. Thank you for getting that 5 community subs. Dr. Schubel, thanks for the resub as well. Yo, thank you so much, Maeve DiGiorano. Okay, I'm guessing this is really Egypt. They look like fake pyramids. I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea where the pyramids are. I know they're in Giza, but I don't know what I don't know what Giza is. We're gonna say they're by New Cairo because I really do not know. This looks like it is in these cell phones. A bunch of people watching on their cell phones. This person has an iPad. Let's say 2018. It's on the other side of Cairo, you piece. 2016, 2 years off, not too bad. Oh. Inky, thank you for the biddies. Thank you, thank you. Picare, Santartino, Cerrado, Casa. Spain? I see Casa. Let's say this is Madrid. This looks like it's in the late 80s. 83? This is in Italy? Casa's in Italy too? I guess they're both Latin languages. That's a UK flag, right? No, that's not the UK flag. Flag is that? I have no idea what flag that is. Frick. I don't know what flag that is, chat. Don't make fun of me. It looks like a flag I should know. But I simply don't. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I do. I'm nothing. I'm what are they called? Lore Greglun? Lore Greglun? Do I see any words that look like that? I'm sorry, Chad. I know. I'm a terrible American. I know. I'm not looking at you, but I can feel the pressure. You guys yelling at me for not knowing what the flag is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know this is probably wrong. 2013. 2023? Son of a bitch. Where the hell is this? This is Iceland? This is an Icelandic flag? Who the hell knows the Icelandic flag? Looks incredibly German. Say this is post World War I Germany, 2022. Doesn't look like it's in the main part, so we'll go Hamburg. Is it 1989? What the hell, man? It's also not in Germany, it's in the Netherlands. Oh, God. Okay, this is Wall Street for sure, right? This is a stock market crash? What the hell is Wall Street? I have no idea where the hell Wall Street is.
The big C. The big C. The big C. Everyone should support Bings.
Yo, Chef Shoutout, thank you so much for the 5 gifties, and thank you for your very heartfelt message that you sent me. That's very kind of you. Super appreciate that. Chad, I have no idea where Wall Street is, man. This looks like it's in the 70s. 87? 7 kilometers away. Not too shabby. 170. That's not bad. Someone said 1989. I think that was correct, right? Is that one of the first Wall Street crashes? I don't know, man. I'm really bad at really bad at things. Thank you so much. Let's get some nucks for the gifted subs. Thank you guys so much for the support. I appreciate you. Play some more Ronan. It's a Wall Street 87. Well, you kind of got Wall Street for me, so really you can get a half credit. We'll split the credit there.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
Oh, Mr. Ligma. Lig your what? Thank you. Wouldn't be as entertaining if I was better at it. Well, I'm glad I don't know how to take that. That's insanely backhanded, but we'll take it as a compliment. Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Denmark, Finland. I don't know, man. I don't know flags. All sideways cross flags are Scandinavian. That's good to know. I'm sorry, shit. We'll go Cosmo middle, Miss Marvel middle. Ooh, nice Medusa, you piece. Aren't all crosses sideways? I don't know, that hurts my brain to think about. Can you even Mystique the Miss Marvel and play like a Nebula middle if we wanted? Shang-Chi, you freaking piece. One, two, three, four. And we get energy, we can play pretty much whatever we want next turn. Let's put the Iceman left, actually. Let me double check that I played the Mystique first. I'm a dumb and sometimes don't do the right thing.
Wind, aid my hand.
The fact that we can't run right is actually so terrible. They'll probably retreat though, right? They must retreat here. Okay.
Victory.
I don't know what their game plan was, but I kind of respect it. Probably should have run after I Cosmo your Nebula though. That was devastating. Jerry, give your thoughts on the updates? Not particularly. And we'll do a poll on Twitch. If you guys want me to... Live streams. Cool. All right, we'll give you 2 minutes. If you want me to talk about the OTA and just kind of like stop and go through the OTA updates, we can do that and just kind of like take a little bit of time to do that. Or if you just want me to keep playing, we can do that too. I could really don't care. So. Just would have turned off Marvel. Ah. Probably shouldn't have done that then, huh? I get a bit Miss Marvel blind. I'm just like the rest of us. Who here hasn't been Miss Marvel blind, you know? Who here has not fallen victim to Miss Marvel blindness?
Oh, snap.
If you're interested in voting and you're on YouTube, you just have to jump over to Twitch. Sorry.
Victory.
Poll's still going, so we'll see after this game. After this game, we'll check it. They ruined Viper? Probably. I think they're preemptively on the lookout for Viper because it could have made a really nasty deck with Selene. So I think they're just a little bit scared of Selene. So they wanted to hinder Viper from potentially being too strong. I think it's fair. Cosmo doesn't work well with Master One. You can throw Sentinels on Cosmo Lane and not get the Sentinels back in hand. I mean, that's okay. We're just still adding 2 Sentinels to their hand. It's really not that big of an issue, I would say, like, at all. I'm gonna go Miss Marvel side lane to win here. But I guess we're winning there with Ronan often, right? Go middle. You're Echo Blind? Dude, it's terrible. Everyone's Echo Blind. Okay, we gotta almost certainly a Spectrum deck. I would be in legitimate shock if this was not a Spectrum deck. Dobby. Okay. I guess I might be shocked here, I guess. Am I going to be in literal shock chat? Because now it does not look like a Spectrum deck, and I'm very confused. Maybe play Ronan here into like Mystique middle, Cosmo middle? Probably. I was gonna say Rude, but that's actually completely fine, right? Nice, GG's.
Victory.
Alright, let's see what the poll says. I will abide by this poll. View results. Talk OT, 68% of the votes. Only 27 people, 37 people voted. Don't you guys know you have to vote to have your voice heard in peace? Card reviews. Whoa! It just worked. That was awesome. Sweet. That was crazy. It literally just works. Love that. You can call him a Bink. Hey, you're Bink. Well, I'm Binks, so I'm like multiple of you. Kind of makes me better in many ways. We hope everyone is enjoying the holiday season. The Hellfire Gala season is coming to a close, and we hope you've enjoyed it. Second year will be breaking for a week. To move to the new year, we'll see you as a shiny patch in January. 2023 has been a huge year for Snap. Thank you for joining us. Without further ado, the final OT of the year. Professor X, 5-3 to 5-1. It's all fun and games when you're curving Warpath into Destroyer. Well, that's not really what's happening with Professor X lately. As we push the ability to access extra energy attack locations without playing directly to them, X has become a centerpiece threat in deck aiming to aggressively restrict the play space within the game. As we discussed when adjusting Galactus many moons ago, that's such a funny way to say that, the dynamic we control carefully, Professor X are especially effective at preying on metagame in flux or current feature locations. Those are both times we prefer players focusing on the excitement of what's new and possible versus insulating themselves with the threat of a lockdown location. For now, we're addressing that problem with the power reduction, and I hope that it's starting to make the players hard. I think this is fine. I think Miss Marvel is more the problem, and probably a card that should have been adjusted and would have made Professor X fine. I have long said I think Professor X is incredibly balanced. I even think he's a 5-3 and Professor X is balanced. I think that it's the cards that go around Professor X are often the ones that are the problem cards. But if that continues to happen, it limits design space. So maybe lowering Professor X is good. I think 5-1 is maybe a bit overkill. It does work with Ravonna now, which is interesting. It's pretty good in negative now. I don't know if you'd want to run this in negative. If it's flipped, it's really good and you get it. But it's like, if you're playing it on 6 anyway, like, if it's flipped, you're going to play it on 5. And it's only if you top deck it exactly on 5 or if you magic it and get it on 6. I just think it's kind of whatever. I think Professor X should stay the same. I think that Miss Marvel is more the culprit of what was going on with Professor X decks, but I think that this is going to make the community happy, which is good. People were complaining a lot about Professor X every single day, so if that happens less, that is good for my mental health, and thus good for all of us. Werewolf by Night, 3-3 to 4-4. Like Darkhawk, Werewolf by Night offers a few different decks an early source of pressure it's hard to compete with. Werewolf is also a card that's hard to master, requiring players to navigate how to best leave open spaces. Yeah, very, very big brain card, Werewolf by Night. Probably was not very good stats-wise at lower levels, but very good stats-wise at high levels. Strong enough that some Surfer decks cut Brood. Yeah, you can't run Brood and Werewolf together. That's what I found. When a card strength is enough to unseat foundational cards and other archetypes, that's usually a bit much. We considered many changes. Wanted to maintain the excitement of leaping ferociously around the board with a meaningful threat. To accomplish that, we're going to move Werewolf to a 4 cost, to remove a meaningful amount of energy and time from the card and also bring Brood back from the cold. So you're just saying you don't play it in Surfer anymore. But I don't think many people were playing Wolf and Surfer anyway. Wolf and Surfer feels weak. I bet it's not weak. It's just not crazy overpowered like it was. Black Widow, 2-1 to 3-3. Shifting Widow Bite to -1 was an effective boost in Widow Strength. For what, I guess I didn't really get my thoughts on that. Werewolf, I think it's good it went to 4-4. I think that Loki was really the biggest culprit that used this and bounce decks. I think that moving it so you can't play it till 4 really makes it a much fairer card. Just being able to play it on 3 and then bounce like crazy for 2 turns felt very, very strong. I think as a 4-4 it's much weaker, but still finds move, it's more specialized, right? It might drop out of Loki. Has anyone been playing Loki with Wolf? I feel like you might just not run Wolf and Loki anymore. You just go back to a different version of Werewolf by Night. Might even go back to like Elsa, as crazy as that sounds. You did it in my deck the other day? I had Wolf in my Loki deck, right? Havoc in Loki? When do you play Havoc though? Turn 4? And then play Loki on 5? I disagree with that. Interesting. I think it's more a specialized card now than a card that can fit into a lot of things and lowers design space, because why wouldn't you just play Wolf? Happened quite a bit, I feel. So Black Widow boosted the strength. We're happy to see. We're less happy with how easy it is. Rewarded to use Beast in some locations and play Widow multiple times. That's also the most annoying thing. Like, getting Widow played on you once is whatever. Getting Widow played on you twice sucks ass. Being stuck with a bunch of Widow's Bites can be fair frustrating for a few decks, or moving to a higher cost to make it more difficult. I think it's good. I mean, I think that Black Widow as a singular card is just as good as a 2-1 to a 3-3. 3-3s are not too bad. So like a 3-3 that makes your opponent lose a draw is a pretty damn good card, right? It might even like start to sniff. I think it's pretty good in Surfer now. Like just giving your opponent, it's like a conditional 3-4 that loses your opponent a draw. It might just be good in regular Surfer decks without even worrying about Darkhawk. Like Darkhawk Surfer is also still probably pretty good. Getting some with a bunch of Widow Bites can be fairly frustrating for a lot of decks moving to a higher cost. Fairly similar principle change to Rock Slide. I like the Black Widow change. I think that this is good. I think Black Widow is becoming a very frustrating card to have played against you when it's played multiple times. And a 3-3 still makes the card very good in Darkhawk, but just bouncing it is less good, which I think is good for the card. Martyr, 1-4 to 1-5. So we tried Martyr earlier, and even at a 1-5, it felt pretty bad. It lost us a game and just felt awkward. Like we couldn't play without having it lose us the game. Clearly was low on Martyr, so we're going to a quick buff here. One of the learning curves with Martyr is gauging how the value of simple power, which is devalued in many recent metagames. Martyr's probably kind of interesting in like Lockdown, if you like try and Professor Exit. Kind of a cool idea there. Today we're going to continue to explore and develop future content. You know what's going to be kind of crazy? Like Ravona. So going back to Professor X, Ravona in like a Ravona Havoc Professor X deck. Playing Professor X Havoc on 5. That's kind of terrifying, huh? Voipa. 2-3 to 3-4. Between Annihilus, yeah, see, they even mentioned Selene. I think that the reason that they nerf Viper is preemptively worrying about Selene, knowing that they're not going to be changing the game for another like 2.5 weeks. They don't want Selene to come out like during, like right after the holidays and be broken as hell and have everyone be mad. Boom, 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 boom. Viper 2-3 to 3-4. Our change to Luke Cage deck focused on gumming up the enemy side of locations. This deck gains options. Sometimes it's interesting to look at shifting around existing pieces to see where play patterns could change. Viper is not a problematic card. Our goal isn't a nerf, but a change. 3-4 is interesting. I think a 2-3 to a 3-4 is always a nerf. I disagree with that. However, our motivations for this change are largely an abundance of caution around Havoc. We tried some turn 3, turn 4 Viper, Havoc. Yeah, I mean, this kind of breaks the Viper Havoc thing that people were very annoyed about when it happens to you. It's not that strong of a play, in my opinion. I don't think it just wins you the game outright against a lot of decks. Viper change is weird. I think it's preemptively against Selene. They'll probably readjust this later in the future. They might change it to a 3-5. I could see this being a 3-5 in the future. They might just change it directly back. I don't know. Run of the Accuser, 5-3 to a 5-5. The Accuser has been on our buff list for months, waiting to pull the trigger. There is some concern about best push past archetypes. We're also considering a more significant rework. Eventually buffing Ronan headlong into Loki just didn't seem right. And we decided to stick with something simple for now, adding some power, create a more meaningful 5-cost threat. Ronan's been feeling pretty good. It's getting shawned a lot. It feels a bit stronger, but so I think 2 power was the right move. I think that maybe Ronan Surfer will be okay. I don't know what I don't know. I think Ronan's gonna find a place. Ronan might be like a ramp card, like instead of double dinosaur. What are you talking about? Maximus didn't get nerfed. This is a buff. Absolutely a buff. As an additional support piece for Ronan, we're delivering a buff to Maximus here. Maximus was one of the early additions to Silver Surfer, finding a lot of power efficiently. We continue to release 3-cost cards, especially Dakin and Sebastian Shaw. And Maximus has struggled to earn that slot. Happy to release Blob, provide a surge to Maximus. We've decided to capitalize on momentum and see if Maximus can play a role in other decks. Maximus is really scary. In Sarah decks, I think you want to run Maximus almost always. Like a Sarah Hitmonkey deck, I think you'd want Maximus. I think that deck that I played yesterday with Havoc, you could put Maximus in that, and it could be very terrifying to just play a bunch of 6-power cards at the very end of the game. I think Maximus is very strong and is going to find its way into a lot of different things. 2 6s are no freaking joke in Marvel Snap. There's never been a 2/6 before, and it's absolutely no joke. When people were seeing Martyr releasing as a 2/6, everyone was like, wow, this card is really good and really interesting, and it might see some play. When it got changed to a 1/4, I was like, eh. Even as a 1/5, people were like, man, because it can get Killmongered. But as a 2/6, a lot of power, very cheap. Super, super good card. Try Maximus in your decks. Try to hold him as best you can. Gladiator, 3/7 to a 3/8. I think this makes a lot of sense. This is originally what Gladiator was data mined as. The other thing is, like, Gladiator has gotten a lot better after the Chavez change. This is a big thing that I talked about with Gladiator when he first came out, is that the problem with Gladiator is that Chavez is running so many decks. Wait, when did the Chavez change happen with Gladiator? It was like right after, right? How much after? I don't know. I don't know when. Yeah, I started the first day of beta. But Gladiator got a lot better once Chavez got pulled out, because Chavez was one of the biggest reasons that Gladiator was going to be pretty rough to get caught. I might feel stupid. Maybe it got changed at the same time or very close. I'm not sure. Maybe it was like 2 days after. I don't know. Once Chavez went away, like 3/7 was still pretty good. I still think it's like a little bit of bait. It was after the Chavez change? Was it really? I think Gladiator was the same week, maybe. I don't know. No, because Gladiator was, or Chavez got changed at the beginning of this season, right? Am I crazy? I don't know, man. But I think 3/8 is fair. I think 3/8 makes Gladiator pretty good, and you don't have to throw him off. I think at 3/7, if you weren't turning him off, you're kind of throwing a bit. Yeah, I kept saying thanks for Chavez. That's right. Yeah. So it was after. So after Chavez got changed, it made Gladiator better. I actually didn't really think about that when the Chavez change happened, but it did make Gladiator a lot better. Because always having Chavez in your deck made Gladiator really rough. What I said when I was originally reviewing Gladiator, I said if the Chavez change happens, then Gladiator is going to be a lot better because there's so much less consistency. So I think that it already got quite a bit better. Now as a 3/8, I think it's a very, very powerful 3-cost card. I think it should go in a lot of Surfer decks. Very, very good card. Punisher 3/2 to 3/3. They kept talking about how they weren't going to buff Punisher until they made a big buff, and then they just gave him a power. Punisher at 3/3 is not really a joke. It's a conditional 3/7, just like Maximus was, just like Gladiator is. Well, it was. I think Punisher you can consider in Surfer decks now, and you can consider in Spectrum decks, but still probably not good enough. Overall, I think it's good. I mean, a lot of decent changes. I think Werewolf by Night kind of hurts Loki a bit. Professor X hurts Lockdown, Thanos a bit. Black Widow kind of chills out these Darkhawk bouncy kind of lists. Really interesting to see what's going to happen with the meta. Oh! Unfit Pair, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in, welcome. And also Steel Guardian and M. Dobby. Thank you for the subscriptions as well. Yeah. Black Widow and Werewolf for the Woe Stream. Looking forward to them together with Celine. Yeah, that's probably a decent reason why they did it. Like Widow Selene on 3 is kind of schnasty, right? Anybody said all his top decks got nerfed? I guess that's good, right?
This just
Probably good. Okay. No, Leech is coming on 5. That's good intel. I'm gonna leech him back. I'm gonna snap. We have a really nice curve.
Oh, snap.
Cam has Wolf in every deck. Yeah. Him and Lammy really like the Bounce Wolf package. Because it's good. Surprisingly. Okay, this is the Hawk. Wow. What a game, huh? Oh, we can just play leader right on the final turn. Oh, I guess we're... Well, this is weird. They can keep playing right. If they have like Black Widow, they can just start playing Black Widow right every single turn, right? You'd be fine with Cosmo mid? No, because I want to play Miss Marvel on next turn, and then Leech the next turn, and then I won't have any spots. I disagree. I think it's best to pass here. Cosmo MM Leech mid, and then pass on turn 4. I want to pass on turn 4. I don't particularly want to pass on turn 4. I don't want to pass on turn 6, is what I meant. I'd rather skip turn 3 than skip turn 6. Oh, there's a world I just go Mystique after this, right? I could have Rouge. Havoc on 4. Okay, that'll be 12. They can't leech us anymore, though. Leech is off the table. Maybe just take priority in Cosmo in case they try and do anything funky here. They can't leech us. Can't really get cards out of hand. Zola might wreck me, or Arnim Zola. We have Cosmo. We're fine. Their negative deck, Leech would hurt bad. Yeah, but we're fine. I'll just simply win, chat. I'll simply win the game. If I would have leeched, I would have lost the game. Instead, I'm winning the game. You guys want me to lose the game? Because that's how you lose the game. The only man I'm world is not worthy? Nope.
Victory.
What is the opponent doing? Playing around me having leech? Because if you guys would have been playing, you would have lost to a leech, man. It would have been so awkward for everyone. Bum, 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 bum. Sometimes you just have to play for priority in like those situations, because we like, what are we scared of, right? We're scared of like Zola stuff. If they Zola that Havoc, it could be kind of terrifying. So we just get priority in Cosmo and we just win. Rather listen to chat or play blindfold? Like neither, I guess. I don't think I want to do either of those things. Got a Darkhawk. Snap here. Tried to win with raw power on the Havoc and lock out the game, but the Ronan was too much. Yeah, GG's, man. I almost leeched you. I got your leech. So I was considering leech, and then I just figured if I Ronan and got priority, I could Cosmo you if you had Arnim Zola. So I think that was a smart play by you. The line that you took, I think it was good. I kind of want to play Maximus on turn 5. Give myself extra cards. We'll just play a Cosmo down. We put a Darkhawk behind it, maybe. Nice Polaris, you piece. Oh, we got Mystique Maximus. As long as they don't ramp into Blob. If they ramp into Blob, we might switch to Ronan. I love how we're talking about doing Maximus with Darkhawk, but it's a Thanos deck, it doesn't matter. Maybe I should have played this Darkhawk middle to play around Blob with Shang-Chi. Okay, they didn't get extra energy, so we're fine. As long as they didn't get extra energy, we're fine, because I don't have access to Blob. And then we put cards in their hand, even though it lowers our Darkhawk slightly, we just don't really care. We get more of their cards to potentially play next turn. Can't Mystique or give them Sean? If they have to play 3 power to kill my Mystique, I'd probably win. I guess that's a good point. Maybe I should have avoided that. What a better play have been? I don't really have a better play though is the problem. It's a great point to think about. It always finds a way, chat. It's gotta believe. Now they could have more than 10 power card if they top decked one, I guess, but Shang-Chi. GG's. Ronan would have been? Ah, that's a good point. I definitely gave them a Ronan. They would have thought they were thinking one level. If they were thinking 2 levels, they probably would have found that play. Because if they knew they were giving me Professor X, they would always play it middle. Definitely should just play the Ronan. Y'all are very, very correct. Yeah, nice Shang-Chi, by the way. Yeah, RNG ... so true. They knew my exact hand too. I don't even have any top decks. The only counterplay was not playing against Binks, so true. But if I was playing on the 3rd level and I thought that they were going to play Ronan because they knew I had X, then I could have played something else, you know? It's all cyclical. I don't know what to do here. I kind of want to leader Bar Sinister on the last turn. Sounds awesome. I don't want to win left, but I don't care about winning left that much. Let's just do this. I care a little bit about winning left, not a lot. Leader bar always lose? With that attitude, maybe. That attitude will lose. They save bar for last. We'll lose bar sinister, but what if we win the game? You know what I mean? Okay, S. Okay, so they pass this turn, always. Maximus doesn't matter. Crystal kind of matters for me, but not that much. They could play a card, I suppose. But I guess it doesn't matter. If they play a card, they'll draw a card naturally anyway. I just want to get to the point where if they play like a big Hulk left or something, we still win. I think we win here. I think the leader crushes them. Because we'll be winning all 3 lanes. So wherever they play their giant Hulk or whatever, we win. And we actually float, and they might not float. Now, was this crystal bad because it lost our Miss Marvel? Yes. Do I care? A little, yeah. This is the leader tech, chat. This is the goddamn leader chat. Leader tech. Give me that. Give me that delicious, delicious infamy. Oh yeah, Maximus is 2. That's a good point. That was a good game. Imagine getting leadered in 2023. Gotta hurt. Gotta hurt. Gotta hurt, man. Well, the whole point with like leader bar, where if they had like skipped and then played like She-Hulk something something, I could get as many as 4 She-Hulks. Now, would I always lose the location that I play the leader? Yeah. But if that helps me win the other 2, it's fine. Leadering fart is very good, man. Leadering fart is wonderful. Leadering fart doesn't work nearly as well anymore, though. Actually. Because you have to have priority to leader fart. You used to be able to leader fart without priority. I miss the old leader. Old leader was so freaking toxic, man. I've come around to my ways of saying that old leader was fine and everyone's just bad. I'm saying that old leader was not fine. I still think everyone's bad, but old leader was old leader wasn't fine though. I don't change that part of it. Old leader's your least favorite card ever? That's a fair assessment. A damn lump of coal for Christmas, brother. How'd you do such a thing? What changed my mind? I got better at the game. It took me a long time to get good at this game, chat. I like legitimately didn't hit infinite until like I've been playing the game for like 10 months or something. This? They're gonna plan on doing Destroyer as their final play. They still have to win middle. Okay, two potential plays. They have Spectrum. Or Destroyer left. I think Destroyer left always loses for them. Just go here. Here. Win 3 lanes profit. I don't think they can reasonably win right. They rouge this? I still don't see it. If they orca right, we just win middle and left by like a lot. Maybe just go all in left. We have 1, 2, 3, 5. I just couldn't reasonably see them winning right.
Victory.
Yeah, Leech used to be an on-reveal, that's true. Leech still wasn't a problem. The problem that I had with Leech was priority Leech leader decks were very strong, but I think the biggest problem with Leech was always Thanos. I don't even think Leech was as strong in Leech leader as a lot of people thought. I think Leech was maybe a bit of cope in it. It was still good, but that wasn't the problem. The problem was Thanosing Leech, because you could lockjaw the Leech on the turn that you played it, and you'd still get the Leech, or you can like play lockjaw Wasp on 3 and leech your opponent's hand on 3. I think the lockjaw was the big reason. I personally don't think it was really the leader leech stuff was that bad. I think if you looked at it, the leader leech stuff, like from a data perspective, I do not think it was as good as people thought it was.
Behold my mighty hand.
God damn, that was delicious. Is that good? I don't know. I'm sure you can find better Ronan decks. I'm trying to figure out what Ronan's identity is. I think Ronan's a good card, but building a deck around it is kind of hard. What do I do, chat? I don't really want to give them cards right now. I'll pass. I was gonna play Miss Marvel Lefty Pizza Crab! God damn it. I will give them cards though if I also get to have cards. That's my compromise. You silly man. I think my opponent forgot how the game works. Does snap here? Master Ball is sick, yeah. Just seemed to go crazy with this one.
Oh, snap.
Dude's name is Snorcore. I love the name Snorcore. Snorcore is a great name. It also kind of describes how they're playing. I was gonna... Well, I can Nebula... I can do this now, right? I do lose this buff by doing it. Maybe that's okay. I can also just lol... Oh, I can't lead her. I'm 34. Classic win through lanes profit chat. Need Spectrum though. They literally can't Spectrum, so I don't have to worry about it. I like not having to worry about Spectrum. Tiny card. Little baby card. You freaking peace! What I've done there. Ugh. That's a tough loss. I should have won. How much Loki around? Yeah, it's a decently bad matchup. We faced 2, I think, for 1-on-1 against Rookie. Rogue, right? Cosmo, my guy. DJ, why'd you delete the tweet of Walter White screaming at me from the car? It made me laugh. Yeah, so close. I should have found a win there. I should have found a win there. Okay. Rude. Okay, Kingpin and Fist Tower. Turn 6 is gonna get crazy if you got any movement cards. Turn 6 is gonna get freaking wild, chat. Bum, 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 bum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum. I want to play Ronan, but I also don't want it to die to Shang-Chi. Good thing. I think we'll still play it though. Maybe just play it mid. That's a good way to not have it die to Shang-Chi. I would argue it's a pretty solid way for it to not die to Shang-Chi. Leader because it got no engagement. It did make me laugh. You're one of them no engagement leaders, huh? You don't stand by your laurels, just keep it there. Let it sit there with 0 views. Chat, you know the Ellen DeGeneres? I'll show it on stream again because I still think it's very funny. So I made this tweet 8 months ago. I thought it was very funny. I made it back on the weed day. Ellen DeGeneres saying pickleball looks weird as shit. I just said, this is my sleep paralysis demon. It got like 50 likes or something when I did it 8 months ago. Over the last 2 days, it's now at 600 likes. I have no idea why. I don't know if someone retweeted it. I don't know what the hell happened. But it went from like not being there at all to being like One of my most liked tweets of all time. The bots got to it? 8 months later, the bots just would start liking a random comment? That seems weird. I feel like it got retweeted or something. Don't say re-exted. You're literally allowed to dead name Elon's kids. He already does it. Got him. You a pickleball guy? I'm not a pickleball guy. Nice wave. Nice Jin. So now anytime this Jin dies, we can just replace it with another Jin. I understand how bridge works, don't worry. And you might be surprised, but I know how the game works. Ah, never mind. I don't know how the game works. I thought this was, I thought this was, what's the other location? Warrior Falls? Never mind. I apologize. Specifically to, Toes, too. I'm sorry for calling you out like that. I'm telling you that I know how the game works, and clearly I do not. Opponent snapped. Interesting. Ah, it's a Giganto! It's such a big card! Ronan, please. Thank you. Goliath. Nebula will get us to winning left. If it's Jin for mid, that's fine. This is going to tie, so we always go to tiebreaker. Don't play Goliath. They played 2 cards?
I am Iron Man.
Playing 2 cards is crazy. They even added cards to the hand frame. Playing 2 cards is psychotic. Why would you ever do that? Chat, it's grilled cheese. Why would you play 2 cards there? I don't understand why you would ever do that. I'm trying to, like, armor? Is they're playing around armor? I thought I would X? I don't think that you would expect X out of this deck. Clearly a Ronan deck. I played Master Mold. Armor is my guess. They're playing around armor middle. It's an interesting choice. I think they were playing around armor middle. Hand clearing the Sentinel for Ronan, so true. Armor or Witch, yeah, good point, plus on with. Yeah, Armor or Witch they play around there. I think that was, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think that was probably the right play. Because they know that left is always going to tiebreaker, right? I think that's actually probably a pretty good play to play. But I guess if they know left is always going to... I don't know, man. I guess if they know left is always going to tiebreaker, then why would you risk playing one extra point of power? I don't know, man. Did they have prior, though? It doesn't matter. Priority doesn't matter in that sitch. Tis a known factor. Is Venomized Killmonger worth it? I think Pixel Killmonger is the best, so I wouldn't trust my opinion on Killmonger variants. I have to run ads after this game. If you don't remind me, I'm gonna accidentally run ads over gameplay and it'll be your fault. Ads up. I said that one so aggressively. Let's go cause... I like having a Rouge lane. Send it. Get weird with it. Are you looking at the deck? It's fine. Squirrels! I didn't like that very much. I'm keeping it I'm keeping it a stack with you. At that point, to them, your deck looked like... Yeah, it looked like one that runs armor, 100%. I think armor is a pretty fair assumption to make. Still waiting for like a big card to try and win Throne Room. Did you believe in life after love? Yeah, something
Opponent snapped.
We don't have a Rouge yet. Our Rouge does some damage to our opponent. So we'll try and get to our Rouge. Looks like the Tribunal deck Dexter was playing yesterday. Could be.
I am Iron Man.
Iron Man Right is kind of interesting. Still don't have Rouge.
Behold my mighty hand.
Pretty mighty hand, brother. I really want to do it, chat. Please grab the Iron Man. Please grab the Iron Man.
Behold my mighty hand. Behold my mighty
Jeez.
hand.
Oh. I had to play it left. Damn. Would have been nice to do that back to him, though. Would have been real nice to do that back. Well, ads, thank you. Make sure you caught it in time. Did catch it in time. Never waste your energy? What do you mean never waste your energy? We're gonna run through its ads. If you don't want to see the ads, you can pay $5. You can use a Prime subscription, or you can get lucky and get a gifted sub. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out a lot. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure to hit the follow button. See you in 3 minutes. Ah! Why don't I just queue immediately? Do that sometimes. X gets reduced by Ravona. I feel like a Ravona X deck is hard to make work. Might be wrong though. I'm sure there'll be some cool ones. I don't know if it'll fit super well though. Like a Darkhawk, I guess X Ravona kind of deck would be kind of cool. Okay, so we have a few new other games. What is going on? Why can't I see my... I cannot see my damn... I literally can't see my pointer anywhere on the screen. My pointer has disappeared from the screen. This has never happened before? Chat, my pointer is gone. I literally can't see my pointer. Has anyone ever had this problem? I legitimately can't see my pointer. Has anyone ever had this before and knows how to fix it? My pointer is clicking on stuff, but it's... Oh, we got it. Okay, it's back. Holy, dude. I hated that so much. Okay, we're gonna try box office game. So box office game, you guess the top five movie in the US box office for a given weekend. You can get hints on each of them. So this is April 17th, 1992.
I'm sure everybody's a Binks fan.
It was like the Titanic around here. Let's start with the tagline. A brutal murder, a brilliant killer, a cop who can't resist danger. Alright, I don't know anything from 1992. We're gonna jump past this. Through the small daily crossword puzzle. Play without an account. Small skin opening. Scab? Cross. Butter plus flour sauce. That is Rue? R-U-X? I think is how you spell that. Might be right. 6 across. Like the calories from candy or soda. Sugar spelled with an E or an R? Or an A? I think it's A. 8. Home of Machu Picchu? Inca? 9. Messy pile. Plump? 1 down. Lead in natal or nuptial? Lead into natal or nuptial. Pre. Okay, so this is P. This is an E? What? Like the calories from sugar and soda. Energy? Wait, what the hell? Like the calories from candy and soda would be sugar. 6 across. This is saying prenatal or prenuptial. Oh, empty. I gotta stop looking at chat. Okay, 2 down. Energy informally. Ahmed? What the hell, dude? This is so scuffed. Currency of idiot. Oh, I don't know. How do you spell Rue? 4 down. What guacamole often costs when ordering a burrito? Extra? What is 1 across? Small skin opening. Pour. 2 down. Energy informally. What the hell is going on here? How do you spell Rue? It is Peru. Seven is, you're right about that. Yup. Extra. Rupee? Keep? Let's go! 2 minutes. That's so loud. Alright, let's go back to playing Marvel Snap. I'm glad Rue was correct. It was oomph. Oomph. Hello there. Dennis, you have an overlay? It's like no hints answers. I like how it's very adorable that you think that would stop people. However, it will not.
Opponent snapped.
I think they're going to play a flipped Professor X. And we can't stop that. Am I not max level in the season pass with how much he plays? Or the season, it's only what, 2 weeks in the season? 3 weeks? You realistically shouldn't finish the season pass until towards the end of the season, right? What's the name of the song? It's from, it's Hateno Village. It's from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But this is from Game Chops. OT has been live for a very long time, yeah. I know what I'm tired of saying. I'm running low on oomph. So true.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
You're maxed? If you're already maxed, that means you play way more than me. Or maybe you're more, you also might be more min-maxy with how you play. Backwards C. Thank you for the Prime and SNNE5. Yo, we got a hype train. Any hype train collaborators in the chat? Also, Seth, you're a piece. Messes up our Miss Marvel, but I think stopping them from blowing up this multiple man is very important.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, did you buy the 10 extra levels? Oh, the 10 extra levels makes a lot of sense. I usually just look away from chat, so I don't really have to worry about...
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
I don't really have to worry about it too often, I would say. Just try to get max power, I suppose. We can even leader their Taskmaster. It's kind of cool. So if they do 2 blow-uppy things, they could potentially do Venom right. You could do Venom right something middle. Venom right Carnage middle. Or Carnage right Venom middle. Probably Carnage right Venom middle, right? Carnage right Venom middle makes the most sense. Ever enough? 14, I had 20. No, do we still lose left though is the problem. Starting 32, yeah, we still lose left. Man. So if they have all the sauce, we lose. Maybe we can find some alternate lines. Yeah, they had 32, they get to 38. So we need to add some power left, but we don't have the wherewithal to do so. Also playing them around, having around exactly 2 cards that they didn't play early. Right. Yeah, sometimes it's just, you just don't want to play around. It's playing around exactly two cards. The odds of having exactly 2 cards in any game is like, I think 50% or so. I think the odds of having exactly 2 cards is like 50%. It might even be less. What's the odds of having exactly 2 cards with normal draw, chat? Does anyone know the maths? We're going back to maths. We get some claps for top 1000 in maths. It's definitely not 15%. I think it's like 75 x 75. I think it's 75. I think it's 0.75 times 0.75, right? I believe it's 0.75 times 0.75. I might be missing both of them. Because it's 0.75 times 0.75, then 0.75 times 0.25 times 2, and then 0.25 times 0.25. I think are the 4 different ways in the meandering little cross. Miss priority roll. Nano stack. Wouldn't the second card be better than 75% since one is already out? It's a great point. Yeah, that might be correct. Or would it be worse than 75%? I don't know. Okay. Potential Prof X lockdown turn. Where would they lock down with Prof X? I think it would be right, because they don't think I would play right. It could be middle too. Problem with middle is that we can't miss Marvel. I don't know. You think X would be mid? They would have had to move Jeff. Maybe they still do it right. Perfect breakdown. Problem is we have Prio, so we cannot win a blob matchup. They definitely have blob, right? It's a Koye. We can't leader their blob, chat, because if we leader, we get a pre-buffed blob, and ours only gets to like 11 power. We have to find where they're going to blob and Cosmo it. I think if I'm them, I move the vision right, blob left. Is he a genius? Oh, Jesus Christ, this is horrifying. Please don't die, Mystique. My queen. Mystique wasn't winning anyway, at least. Rouge the Soulstone? I think Mystique was better, personally. Maybe it wasn't. It was like 1 point better. Yeah, that room is dangerous as is indeed. Did anyone figure out the odds of someone having exactly 2 cards? I'm kind of disappointed in chat right now. Last time we had a math discussion, it got crazy. Maybe people are avoiding that? Needs more oomph? So true. You'll play Nebula left because a card is always forced there. So now Nebula gets 2 triggers for free. And we get a free Ronan. pretty good. Odds are 50% either they have there or they don't. So true. What was the math question? What are the odds that your opponent has exactly 2 of the cards in their deck, assuming they've drawn 9 of their 12 cards? So they've drawn 9 of 12 cards. You know that there's 2 cards that your opponent can have in your deck that beat you if they have both of them exactly. What are the odds that they have those 2 cards? I think it's around 50%, but I think it's slightly off. 56 with 2-5. You have to show your work. Here, be with the answer. You're gonna use Wolfram Alpha. You will Wolfram Alpha head. Resist the urge to play Maximus on curve. $42. Good answer. You got about 55% with your quick math. What was your quick math? Show your work. RNG ... So true. Oh, killed my card. 9/12 times 8 out of 11. Cool. Sounds right. Looks right to me. Black Knight, Lady Sif, you piece of crap.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
I don't think leader really works.
This is what we got. Everybody's a Binks fan.
They don't have Zabu, so if they play their 14 power card, that's kind of all they can do. Rage. Did we just win left? That'd be awesome if we won left. Ooh, get casseroled. Kind of. Half-baked casserole. The blade did make their hand smaller. That was kind of cheeky. I didn't expect that. Jeez. Neb diff? So true. I almost didn't play the Nebula left, which is very stupid with the Miss Marvel over there. Leader left would have won 2, I think. Maybe should have been my play. Leader left would have won middle and left. Hey, drag your drop process? Let me grab that for you. I should make a command for this. Here's how you check your drops progress. I'll make a command with exclamation point progress after I play my turn. Okay, cool. Now, if anyone's interested, you should be able to just do exclamation point progress. Anyone ask that again? My leader. He's just a little leadery guy. Probably a pool 2 warrior, be my guess. By the way, the bakery, thank you for the 1 month resub. Netfiend and Madden question. Appreciate y'all. Thank you, thank you. I have a dinosaur for me to rouge, which is nice. A very rougeable dinosaur, I'm guessing. Nebula would be cool if she could kill a 2-drop. You know, that used to be like a really scary thought back in the Elsa era. Back in the era of Elsa. But now it's not that scary. But he's popping off, man. Fortunately, you don't have access to Dr. Doom on 2, which is pretty good. Might have access to Enchantress, though. Scary thought. I also have multiple Electro variants I never use. This is Enchantress. I'm gonna punch a hole through my screen. I'm just kidding. I probably wouldn't have done that. I would have thought about it though. Beat Odin anywhere. Wait, do we beat Odin middle with this? Yes. Unless the Ironheart hits the Odin. If they do that, I'll give them the win. Negative Thanos? Those are 2 words. I think Negative Thanos kind of died when Soul Stone got changed. The whole point of Thanos is to have all these draw cards they can just rip through. Don't Jubilee Enchantress. I didn't have anything. You know what to do, chat. I think they were trying to Jubilee Enchantress there. Or maybe they're trying to Jubilee Odin, but we drew them all their cards as a joke. Lecture release, you get a buff. It's weird though, because she's like a pool 1 card. I'll give you the stats on Ronan. It has felt not great. Honestly. I think we've went up a little bit though in ranks today. I think Ronan will have a place. I think Ronan is big enough card right now. I mean, imagine this, right? If your opponent has 3 cards left in their hand, which is very common, it's a 5/11. That's kind of cool. Right now, the deck has 56% win rate, 25 and 20, plus 10 cubes. So it's going fine. But, I don't know if like a true Ronan focus deck is good. Like a splash Ronan deck might be good. Like just running like Ronan and like Master Mold. Like Ronan and Maximus in some other package. Could be interesting. I'm not sure. Maybe something else where you already want Mystique. I'm not sure. That's really annoying. Mobius. I don't want to give them any of my freaking cards, dude. The thing is, like, Maximus, it's like Ronan has anti-synergy with Darkhawk at the end of the day, right? I could try a Ronan deck that does all the Darkhawk stuff, but also... also just kind of tries to, like, just run Master Mold and Ronan with, like, a regular Darkhawk build. Maybe that's okay. Maybe, like, a bounced Darkhawk with, like, Ronan and stuff. Like, the Black Widow is, like, anti-synergistic. And the it's like Black Widow and Maximus, you can't really play in like that version. You can, but it's just feels really bad one way or the other. Maybe like you could just play Ronan, all the rock cards. You actually can win middle. They even discard anything? Discarded an Infinite? Where do you think they're going to play that Infinite, chat? So we can figure out where they're going to play that Infinite. We should win. They don't have a Zabu down, right? They don't. Nebula goes +2. We get Mystique to get 5 more. We win left. They'd need a 5 power 2 cost. They already used their demon. It doesn't matter if they have Ghost Rider or if they just have the Black... Wait, did they not get the Black Knight? Did they play this? They played all of these together, right? They have the whatever thing, right? Why Rogue? They're not going to play the Miss Marvel. It wouldn't make sense. I think this always wins. I think we're fine here. They don't think we can win left. Oh, the Hood and Nihilus. Why didn't I think about that? I didn't think about a Nihilus. Should have thought about a Nihilus. Well played. I was so focused on them replaying their Infinite. Wait, they didn't get the blade because it messes with the order? What a silly goose. Did leader win there? Yeah. I don't think we ever tried the leader. Maybe we do try the leader actually. Wait, wasn't it in the deck? Did I have it in my hand? I had it in my hand and I just didn't play it. That's pretty bad. The thing is, like, it was very hard to win left with the leader. I think leader won there, but it's very hard to play around. I was not playing around Annihilus at all. I was playing around Ghost Rider and Blade, which I thought that they had, but apparently they didn't, so I wasn't paying attention. Stream snipe? Yeah, probably they stream snipe this. So true. There's no other explanation for what could have possibly happened for sure. Okay, probably a Spectrum deck or a Cerebro 3. The two likely things we have going on here. I wonder if we wait on the Miss Marvel. We just play the Nebula because it gets this gets to 5. It's kind of nice.
Everybody's a Binks fan.
A wave. No, I have no idea what the hell they are. Oh, I messed this up because now I can't get additional buffs. That's probably fine. This will tie. Maybe just go Miss Marvel, middle, leader, left.
Opponent snapped. The mystery intrigues me.
What are they doing? What am I scared of? Blob left? They have 3 cards in their deck. Iron Man mid at 10 power total. Blob, I guess? Maybe they have giant cards in their blob? Okay.
Victory.
Thank you for the 8. Yeah, maybe we should have made them draw cards if we were expecting blob. Do we even have draw? I think we had crystal. I think it was the only card we had. I think the only thing we had was crystal. Pink's own Snapster. There's no need to make comparisons, man. You don't even know Snapster's real name. Crystal won that game. Crystal was already right. Overconfidence on the opponent? Kind of. I mean, they should have just calculated, right? Because if they knew Wright was going to tie, like, if they have a deck tracker, they should have been able to calculate that Wright was going to be a tie with Nebula. They probably should have run. Snapster's real name is Felix. I actually don't even know Snapster's real name. And don't say it if he doesn't talk about it. I don't know if he's public about it or not. I actually don't think I know his real name. But you're talking about Dexter, not Snapster. Snapster's his YouTube channel's name. Dexter's his name. Not sure that most people run deck trackers. I think most people in top 1000 run deck trackers. I'd actually be kind of shocked if I found out someone is a top 1000 player in Snap and wasn't playing with a deck tracker. Why did they play this? Ooh, big Cosmo? Not that big of a Cosmo. Didn't really do much, all things considered. Man, this kind of sucks because I like need bodies left, but I also want Maximus is on reveal. His real name is Clarence. Snap S Tur, so true. My real name is Bin X Plays. Yeah, X is my middle name. It's actually where the name of Twitter came from. I was like, hey, Mr. Musk. Hey there, Mr. Musk. What's up, Mr.? That's kind of how that went. Alright, dude. Piece of crap's just gonna use the super scroll, huh? Well, I'm gonna ruse you, is the thing. You're gonna rouge your scroll. Hey, Mr. Scott, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? Make your dreams come true. How? Now the question is, where does he land a scroll? Put your answers in chat. Where does our opponent land the scroll, chat? It could be anywhere. He could put it left. He could put it... I can only be right. It can't be anywhere. Can't be mid. Can't rogue because Cosmo's already done. Son of a bitch. Wait, I actually think that it might work, because if Cosmo is moving, okay, I actually think it might work. I'm gonna test this no matter what. Okay, chat. My theory here. Why can't I? Oh, the cloak didn't activate. Okay. Because the Cosmo will be in motion, it'll let me grab it. Okay, move the scroll. Okay. Check this out. The Cosmo is still in motion. The Cosmo is still in motion. The rogue can now grab the scroll. He's so smart. He's the smartest person ever. He's just too freaking smart, chat. He's the smartest person ever. When an ongoing card is in motion before it resolves, the ongoing effect is gone. So because the Cosmo was still in motion, the Cosmo effect got taken away, allowing me to rogue and then bringing the Cosmo effect back. That is freaking gaming right there, chat. That is gaming. Oh, let's go, dude. My opponent is probably so freaking mad, by the way, that just worked. That is how it's supposed to work. Yeah, it's very interesting. Movement in this game has some very interesting properties that aren't talked about that much. So you move in order of when you play cards, and when a card is moving and has an ongoing effect, its ongoing effect is disabled until the move resolves. So because I played the rogue first, the Cosmo was still technically moving while I played the rogue. God damn it, that was such a cool freaking play, dude. God damn, that was such a cool play. Oh, I'm so freaking happy that worked. The Cosmo's disabled. It's not left. God damn, dude, that was one of the coolest plays I've ever made. Oh, we're gonna leave on that high, man. It is hard to not want to end the stream off of a high like that. That is an amazing, amazing highlight. Super, super awesome. Deck was cool, man. I mean, the deck I felt like the deck was kind of weak the whole day. Ended up at 56% plus 18 cubes. I don't think it would have mattered in Mortal Hulk because my Cosmo was in motion. It wasn't active, so his scroll wouldn't have had Cosmos on reveal, even if the scroll had resolved. Because the Cosmo is unresolved, he can't copy the Cosmo's ability because the Cosmo was disabled while it was moving. I think. I actually don't know if it would work with Prior or not. That's an interesting question. I have no idea. I'm so happy that worked. The opponent probably thinks that I'm hacking, if I'm being honest with you. Opponent probably thinks I'm hacking. They're probably like, there's no way that could have worked. It did. Here, we'll show the deck. Someone has to see the deck because there's a little bit of play. Here's the deck. I kind of like this final version that we landed on. It can use improvement for sure. The Medusa is still a little funky. You could probably find a better use for Medusa. I'm trying to think of anything else I might be like open to adjusting. The Cosmo felt really good, actually. The Cosmo like protecting our Miss Marvel and stuff middle felt good. I like the leader tech. The leader could be, you know, Eliath, leader, Doom, whatever works best in your pocket meta. I personally love Nebula, but Nebula, it could certainly be changed if you wanted to. But I'm a huge Nebula simp. But as far as like purest Ronan decks go, this deck feels really good, man. What did I swap out? I swapped out a bunch of stuff early on in the stream. I had like Martyr in here and like Scorpion and Shadow King, a bunch of random stuff. The only replacement for Master Mold would be Baron Mordo, but I don't recommend playing Ronan until you get Master Mold because this card sucks ass. Thank you all so much for being here. Make sure to hit the follow button if you're on Twitch and like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Hope you all had a really fun time. I had a nice little day here. I will be back streaming on Sunday. I will be on Sunday, which is Christmas Eve. I will be off Monday, which is Christmas Day. Tuesday, which is the day after Christmas, I will be on. I also, like, next week will be a little bit short. I'll probably only stream Sunday through Tuesday, maybe through Wednesday. Wednesday might have to be early or changed. So I'm going on vacation for about a week starting on the 4th. So between the 4th and the 11th, I'm going to be gone. I'll still have YouTube videos and stuff ready to go, but I'm going to be gone for a little while. Tuesday's Boxing Day. Yeah, but I live in a real country. Boom, got him. Let's find someone to raid. Oh, Hoagland's still streaming. You know, Hoagland gives me a lot of raids and likes to share his community with me. I'm going to return the favor and send you guys over to Hoagland. Super good deck builder. Been in the community for a very, very long time. Go have fun. Be nice. And we'll see you guys on Sunday. Check out the YouTube videos. There'll be YouTube videos and YouTube shorts. YouTube videos and shorts coming this weekend. Canadians in shambles. So true. Bye-bye now.